That's the idea. And that's why we must always sit at home. In fact, we have told their friends that for us to be able to get our freedom, we have to intensify, because we are not the people that started these things. In South Africa, it was done. In America, it was done. In all places in the world where people want to take their destiny by their hands, they engage with this sit at home, because the government that will come to massacre or do them evil will not see them. On the day they come for this brutal engagement, the people will be indoors. Tell me, how will somebody indoors be in the line of receiving a bullet from gunmen? And whenever these gunmen perpetrate this evil, they tend to transfer it on us, and they blame us for it. But whereas we have warned our people, these people are capable of doing these things. That is why you must stay at home. Thank you, Mazugo.
Gaddafi, do you have anything to say? Mazi Sonny, are you there? Okay. We know they hear you, Gaddafi.
Try again. Are you not hearing me?
Now.
Your voice is very low.
Okay. I think it's better now.
Yeah.
I like I said, more than enough to plenty. And first of all, when they said if you come out, you will die. The Nigerian government said they have 400,000 armed men.
Thank you.
Nigerian military say they have a large number of ammunitions, meaning they are willing to kill. If you draw the massacre in Ngwa High School, the Nigerian military kill our people. You know why? Because they come out. Mkpo Junction, the Nigerian military kill our people. Why? Because they come out. The massacre that are ongoing today, the Nigerian government kill our people because they came out. The woman that was shot dead to blackmail the sit at home, it was perpetrated by Nigerian government. And TVC News and Arise Television showed a picture of a serviceman, a military personnel, or Mopo thereabout, was asking, what is this military man doing enforcing sit at home? Now, when we say there is no election, don't come out. If you come out, you will die. We did not ask you. We did not say, if you come out, we are going to kill you. No, we didn't say that. And China Sanworu said, the 7,000 teeth, the useless man in Austria, he said that he showed a video of men they were training to. Are they going to come out to do what? Is to kill people so that they will blackmail our sit at home. Now, you can see the video of a military man shooting direct in people's home. Now we are telling you, if you come out, they will die. Do you know why they were shooting in people's home sporadically? Because they look and they did not see many people outside to kill. So they have to go to their house. In Southeast, in Biafra land, that is where you see the military massacre the civilians, the women and children, they kill them and set their house ablaze, set the marketplace ablaze. Who does that? Now, the Ebubago killed 14 youths. 14 innocent youths were killed by Ebubago. That is why we know the kind of massacre, even Ikenga in Imo State. Ikenga has been showing CCTV how the armed men sent by Hope Uzodimma and group called Chinasa, his Hope Uzodimma's PA, to go and kill Ikenga. And they went to Ikenga's house. I don't mean the useless Ikenga in South Africa. I mean the original Ikenga. They went to his house and set the house ablaze, kill the ones they killed. The guy still make a threat, which the audio message was leaked and shared all over the zoo. Now, these are not the work of Simon Egba. These are not the work of IPOB. These are not the work of me and you. Now, what they do is when they see an opportunity, they use it to perpetrate evil. So when we said, don't come out, remain in your house. Now, let me ask you, for military to come and boast, I don't know whether those international media, have they not seen, or the zoo people who is now brainless, have they not seen that military came out to boast that they have a large number of arms? Now, let me ask you, the last presidential election here in South Korea, when it was conducted, I did not know. The day election came, election went, we did not know. The only was a holiday. And in this country, I have never seen a policeman or a soldier with a gun for years that I've been here. I've never seen. Now, the Nigerian government told you that they are going to dispatch 400,000 armed men. 400,000. Who are they hunting animals? Is it not human being they are going to kill? When
some countries doesn't even have up to 400,000 citizens in Europe. Some of them don't even have. Some big countries don't have up to 400,000 army in the whole country.
So you understand? So when a government are releasing their military, their police, their DSS, a large number, about 400 arms, boasted on the live television that they have a large number of arms in conducting just election. Now, if you come out, if they kill you, who will you blame? So we give you advice. The Bible said, give heed to instruction, for it is thy life. Bible said that. When they give you instruction, when we give you advice, Bible say, listen to it, because it is your life. I wish you can play the video where they were shooting in people's home. They were shooting in people's home.
I'm looking for that video. I will find it. I'm looking for it. Also, if you get that video where they were shooting, anybody that have it, just bring it up so we share it. Let me look for it as well.
You have to check in the media team forum.
Don't play that one with graphics, so.
No, it is not the one with graphics. The one in the one was it in Enugu? Yeah.
Yeah, in Enugu, yes.
Check the media team.
There's what they did in Zumbi. They were shooting the people's home. These are what the military are doing. Now, this
when
I will check.
Let me look for it then now.
So what I'm trying to let the people know is that the Nigerian military, the Nigerian terrorist government, who went to Sahel, who went to Boko Haram camp, released the ones that were in the prison. They brought the people they say they were repentant Boko Haram. Thousands of uniform serve as immunity to come on a daylight to massacre people in Southeast or in Biafra land. You should know that the problem we have in the Biafra land, the massacre are done by the Nigerian government trying to blackmail our freedom, the restoration of Biafra. So I can categorically put it to you and say this to you, that the killings that are happening in Biafra land is done by Nigerian government, which everybody know. Now, for a military, for a government to come out to tell you that they are dispatching 400,000 armed men, what are they going to do with it? For a country, a military to come to boast that they have a number of arms. You can see to come a bombing in Imo State. Now, why is it the brainless set of people does not talk about those ones? All you know how to do is to bring the innocent person and blackmailing, and you can see in Mapa Wallace that have opportunity to speak to the world about the plight of Biafran people. He didn't do that. But what he was busy doing, who is IPOB member, and let me tell the Biafran people, you cannot be a member of a country that you are born from. There is nothing like a member of Nigeria. That is a useless thing to think about. Can you say you're a member of Nigeria, a member of United States? You are not a member of United Kingdom. Are you mad? Indigenous people of Biafra is IPOB means indigenous people of Biafra.
Gaddafi, sorry, I think this is one of them. Let me continue looking for the other one.
I swear now.
Are you hearing it?
Magazine, Amina, clean colors, clean one, Manta, I swear, like, so far, boy, I'm
say we are Boko Haram, una go suffer, Biafra, una go suffer.
247, check the media team. I just posted them now.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, can you see now? Let me. Did you hear? I hope the world are listening to us. Did you hear what this guy said? He said, Biafra, we will kill you. Biafra, New Kala, Tiala. Now, let us analyze this a little bit. If military dispatch their military personnel, they went to inside bush to receive the arms. You should know who these people are. They went to inside bush to receive arms. And you can see that these are the people that are causing the massacre in Southeast. These are the people that are killing our people. But the Eflefus, the mixed bloods we have in Igbo land, we have in Biafra land, they can never open their mouth and say the simple truth. You know, they say like mother, like son. The other beautiful woman without brain, that our private pets will always suffer. Always come to tell the people that CNN, BBC has come to interviewed me, I declined. Which is the time you're supposed to use to tell the world the plight of Biafran people. You decline. A more powerful got the same opportunity, he declined. And as I'm talking to you now, the international observers are still in Biafra land, observing things, and people are there running their mouths. Small time you will come in social media to say there is no naira, there is no this, the money is scarce. Are you stupid? They want to give you a life. Christ said, he said, I will give you life and give you life more abundant. Simon Ekpa has come. Okay, you can see the letter that is going every viral now. The number one of the memo said, it is forbidden. Somebody like Kano Takano, who brought the memo, he want to expose the secret. He was talking about DOS, the Kaaba, is withholding a memo. When he has a hand to this memo, he want to bring it out. He used something to cover the thing that will solve the problem we have in Biafran struggle. 90%.
The thing that would have solved it.
90%. He covered it. Who are these people working for? Who are they working for? Are they looking for Biafra that we are looking for? Are they the same? Are we on the same page? When he say it is forbidden, and they say they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are still fighting against Simon Ekpa. Is that not rebellion on the highest order? They are still fighting against Simon. But when your leader you say you love said it is forbidden, you know, when a law said forbidden, you understand? You can see the magnitude of this command. He said it is forbidden. Okay, this is it.
Yeah, this is the video. Let's see it.
The world can see. Let the word work. I call on the international community. I call the to see the massacre that is going on in Biafra land. These are the people committing this massacre in Biafra land. This is it.
You know, go roll. Everywhere catch fire.
I want to ask a question, Abeg. Is this our program? Is it going to be open for others to come in, or only the media team?
With time, but not now. Let us finish first. When we reach
Okay,
that time.
okay. Gaddafi, go on and conclude. Gaddafi, hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, you know, is these people, like there's one idiot, please check your Facebook. There's one idiot that are very, very stupid, the brainless human being that are commenting rubbish here. If you check wherever I come from, you could send him to hellfire, that idiot. Now, these are things that are happening in your land. All you are busy doing is to fight somebody that have come to deliver you. Somebody that have come to do the thing you cannot be able to achieve in 12 years. He has only 1 year or less than 1 year to achieve the thing that you cannot achieve. And an opportunity was given to you. What you were busy saying is that this one is member of IPOB or this one is not a member of IPOB. Let me tell you, no human being under this heaven that own that name IPOB. You are just opportune to be placed in a place to serve the people. You are serving the people. You are not the owner of Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra is just as good as the Yoruba people is called Oduduwa. Hausa people is called Arewas. And we are called the Biafra. So we are the indigenous people of Biafra. You cannot come and tell me you are not oath member. You are a foolish human being. You are the most stupid human being I have ever seen on the face of the earth for saying that. Who is member, who is not a member. That means you are the most useless human being. Take it or you leave it. You are seeing people killing your brothers. It doesn't touch you. You know who are committing this crime. Chida Samuru come in a radio Biafra. He come on a radio Biafra and said, we will behead people. They will behead people. And you didn't talk about it. You didn't talk about it. You see people that are sabotaging this our project, Biafran project. It doesn't touch you. I wish well, let me not go beyond this. Thank you, my Biafran people. Just that we should be wise, we should learn, if we really say we are looking for Biafra, this is time every individual in Biafra land is supposed to speak. And you have to speak. And let me tell the international community, Simon Ekpa is not speaking. He is not the one that making decision. We, the Biafran people, made the decision. Him as a spokesperson come to announce it. I don't know why you people focus on him. Simon Ekpa is not the person that come to order or whatever you hear him say. He is just only a spokesperson. So when he said Biafran people said, that is what we said. I, Gaddafi, I say so. And you too say so. Some of you cannot reason well. That's why we decided to make decision for you, because your brain, hardship has blocked some tubes that are in your brain. Maybe blood can't get to your brain again. That's why you guys don't reason well. You feel you see this language, they say you sit on your comfort zone. Now we want to make that place you are, which you identify that it's not a comfort zone. We choose to make it a comfort zone for you. And you are there running your tap, your toilet. You come out. Castigating Simon Ekpa, who has offered his life to save you. I don't know where these people come from. I don't know which sand they use more than. Maybe now the sand they pack out of toilets, they use more these people. We are not killing you. We are defending you. And we must defend our land. We need more guns and bullets. It is our right. Self-defense is our right. Nobody is killing you. We tell you, don't come out. The Bible you read, you call yourself a Christian. The Bible you read said, give heed to instruction, for it is thy life. Even Bible says, see this that I've set before you, life and blessing, life and death, blessing and curses. But they still advise you to choose good one so that you will live and you and your generation will live. If you want to see Biafra, if you want to enjoy a good life, my brother, support Sit at Home. Support restoration of Biafra. Thank you, Biafran people. I yield my mic. God bless you all.
No, Mazi Sonny, I believe you know we are reading the journalist write-up. So I don't know if you know where we are.
Before
we begin this our.
Before you even point me to where you are, I want to point out some things. I salute you, 247 in the studio, Mazi Gaddafi, Pastor Vam Vam Vam, and Biafrans all over the world. I must commend you for your tenacity and your synergy, your commitment, your resoluteness, your concentration and focus. Our interim leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who all of you appointed him to be as the spokesperson of Biafra, cannot achieve anything without your cooperation and understanding. Decisions made are not made by him. It is a collective responsibility that all of you Biafrans have made. Let me draw your mind back. When MNK was kidnapped, and then DOS say, oh, we go do protest, so later, oh, we go do sit at home. It was Mazi Simon Ekpa that brought the idea of the civil disobedience in the first place. Thereafter, DOS sold out their conscience with money. Envelopes was passed across with some chicken change inside. And since then, they came back and said, no more civil disobedience to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is you, the Biafran people, that said, no, no, no. We want freedom. We want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. That is why we must remain focused on the civil disobedience, because this is the only way to be able to finger the zoo government to the release of MNK and to the freedom of your brothers and sisters that are behind bars and to the restoration of Biafra. Nobody forced you, but because you have seen and felt the brunt of one Nigeria for years, and you understand what slavery means. You then stood your ground and said, the sit at home must not stop. And then we, the faces in the media, we said, if the Biafran people have stood their ground to concentrate and demand, and they have come to understand that their freedom really matters, what do we have to do? We have to give them our support. And Biafran people have been going on with the civil disobedience. The sit at home of Monday, only Monday, the zoo is crying. It is not their businesses that is crumbling. Oh. It is not them that do not go and sell akara. It is not them that used to come and give you money at the end of the month to pay your school fees to your children or to pay your rent. You are the one that pay for all your bills. You don't have electricity, you don't have good roads, you don't have pipe-borne water, you don't have development in the community. There are no social amenities. There is nothing good about the community. But because you have seen these things since 1960 to this very day, you did not need anybody to preach and explain too much. When you saw that MNK, who had been the only person speaking for the liberation and freedom of mankind in when Nigeria was kidnapped, you stood your ground. Even as the elders that we have, the rulers and the fulefus that we have, failed you. You, as Biafrans independently, stood your ground and then took your stand and said, no, we have come a long way because you have listened to MNK on Radio Biafra for many years and your eyes have opened and you understand what one Nigeria has in stock for you. The dangers and destructions of lives and properties which your pastors and your rulers cannot explain to you. The Fulani terrorists that are here in your communities, killing you today, now and then, which your pastors cannot explain to you for years, which your rulers and leaders do not have the boldness to challenge the government of the day. You understood that MNK had taught you and is the only person that had revealed it to you. And this very savior was kidnapped. And then all you have done was to take your stand and to say you must be in solidarity with him every Monday. Every Monday. It is you that do not go to market to sell your business on that Monday. The government of the day do not develop the market that you go to sell. When fire caught up in marketed places in Onitsha and many places, the government of the day did not come to save or salvage your situation in any way. You were the one using water and bucket and pure water to go and quench fire from your commodities that have been consumed. The Asonis, who are the one Nigeria, could never have come to be the firefighter in your own case because they would not plan your annihilation and then come back to come and rescue you. You are the same person that tried to get water to quench the fire on yourself. You, the Biafran people, stood your ground, and we say you must continue because it is the right way and we stand with the people. The voices of the people are what speaks because it is the people that matters, not the interests of the political class, not the interests of the clergy, not the interests of the Fulanis, but your own interests collectively. And that is what you have done. For 1.5 years since MNK was kidnapped, nobody forced you to do it. You took your ground. And what did we, as Biafrans, have to do? As the ones speaking on the media have to do? We give you our support because we are fighting to see that you back home have a better life. MNK has his company where he was in UK. He has his family living good. But the heartbeat of MNK has ever been the betterment of your lives and properties. For you to go out of jeopardy, for you to go out of penury, for you to go out of pains, for you to have a better life and for us to see a better Biafra. He has clamored for years for them to restructure the country, but they never listened and they never wanted to. Why? Anytime we push harder, the rulers and the leaders, the criminals that we have, they will thwart every effort so that you will not go forward. MNK was inside. The Biafran people stood their ground, and then they say, we must fire on until we see our freedom. It is the formidability of the Biafran people that has bolstered us and emboldened us the courage for us to work stronger to this very day. So when you people bring the interim leaders face to the media and do all sort of propagandas, you are wasting your time. Did you hear how I address him? I said he is the interim leader. Simon Ekpa is the interim leader. That is the instruction that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave. He sent another instruction and said, anything that Mazi Simon Ekpa does and says, DOS, who claims to be the management of saboteurs, they should not go and counter him. Why did MNK say so? Because he knows the responsibility that he gave him before he went inside. He understands that this is the only man which he found that is able to do what? Men that would gladly do anything for your freedom to come. Men that could work without selfish interest, men that could work for the interest of the people, just in like manner as he had been, and he is behind bars today. And wherever you hear him send messages, he's not sending messages to his interest as MNK. He's sending messages as to the interest of the Biafran people, so that it will be better for you. What are you supposed to do? What you need is to keep on firing whichever weapon you were using to fire. Now, let us go back to the communique that is on the screen. The communique that is on the screen, when you listen to where they use the video of the woman that was claimed to have been killed in December by gunmen, the video write-up says that the woman was killed. The woman was killed by gunmen, was killed by bullet from Max gunmen, was killed by bullet from Max gunmen. Now, have you people shown me any video where the perpetrators of the act were caught and then they came out to come and say, hey, I am the Max gunman that killed the woman and that I am working for Simon Ekpa, and then Simon Ekpa is the one that sent me, and then Simon Ekpa now comes to come and confirm and say, I am working with this person? That is one thing you would need to ask yourselves. Because the people that went for the investigation, Finland government went for investigation. Then somebody interjected them to be able to give what? Propaganda. Why didn't the person that interjected the Finland government to go and give the evidence of the woman that was killed by Max gunmen in December? Why didn't that person as well give the Finland government the evidences of the video that we just played now, where you see army invade our communities and are shooting at the houses of people at random? Why didn't they show as well the videos of Ebubagu militias and the Fulani terrorists killing countless numbers of people in Iyamufu, so that Finland government will understand what the Zoo government are doing to the indigenous people of Biafra? Why didn't the person also take the Finland government to Iyala to go and show them the carnage that one Nigerian government, under the watch of our elders and rulers and governors and senators and ministers in Biafra land, have done in Iyala? Why didn't the same person take these journalists to go and show them what they did in Uli in Anambra State? Why didn't they as well take them to Umutanze to go and show them what they have done in Umutanze, where they have killed every young man of a Biafran extract, and then you don't see a young man anymore? What you now see is only old mothers. The young men have escaped from the community because the fear of their lives, because they now bring people that will come to be pointing hands at them and then tell them these are ESN, these are IPOB, they are affiliated in one way or another. And then they will bring the army, bring the terrorists in uniform, they will just shoot them and kill them. Over 20,000 Biafrans have been killed in a pace of 3 years. Why didn't this person that gave the Finland journalists this report, gave them that report of all your brothers and sisters that have been kidnapped and arrested, taken to Niger, taken to Abuja, and you don't see them again? Why didn't they give you the report of Glory Okolie, who committed no crime, who was picked up, and then they claim she is a IPOB financier? Why did they give them the same report of Idara Gold? Idara Gold, they said the brother was what? ESN commander or ESN or IPOB affiliate. And then they picked her up. They picked her up with a sister and a minor of 12. They wanted to kill them. They actually went to the house to go and kill Ekwato, the brother. On getting there, they saw that Idara Gold was there and the sister and the minor. They could not kill. They took them away. After about a month or two, DSS and the Nigerian Army and police, they denied access of this person. that they don't even know about them or even have them. At the end of the day, we were discovered to know that they were in the same police station and custody of DSS. Later, we got to see them in Abuja. Why didn't your propagandists that gave the fake report about the sit at home and Mazi Simon Ekpa give all this report to the Finland government? Why didn't you also give the report that happened in Owomama, where women were sleeping in their houses and Hopu Sodima brought army to come and burn them in their houses? Just like you saw the other video that they shot at random. They burned them in their houses, and a pregnant woman that was inside with pregnancy with an aged grandmother was also burned. Then a pregnant woman now ran in to go and rescue the aged mother. At the end of the day, she succeeded. But what happened? The fire burnt her. She died in the hospital after excruciating pains for weeks. And the baby inside the womb as well died. Who caused that massacre? Who caused that havoc? Who caused that carnage? Why didn't the propagandists that is feeding one Nigeria and feeding the international community with the fake reportage go as well as giving this report to the international community? There you come to understand that this encapsulates into what? Someone that is inside the family of IPOB that they claim, who instead of talking to the interests of the people massacred, prefers to go for what? Sheer hatred and personal interest. Because you hate Mazi Simon Ekpa. And when you look at the communique on the screen from the Finland journalist, it is enunciated there that Simon Ekpa is the one leading these Biafran people now. So how can you tell me that he is nobody, yet he speaks only from his word that turns into fire, and then the people obeys without any remorse, and they carry it out to the letter? Then you are in some way, Ghana, calling to give only propaganda. What happened when your brothers and sisters were just singing and praying in Emene, and then the Nigerian army came and then opened fire on countless numbers of Biafrans, and then you did not give them the report? What happened when you were also in Mpo and then they fired shot at you just because of waving flags of the Biafran liberation? What happened when you were in Port Harcourt? What were you doing? You were only rejoicing in solidarity with Donald Trump for his winning of election on the 21st of January 2017. What happened? They opened fire on you. You did not do anything. You did not carry guns, you did not carry weapons. You were just singing, holy, 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 Mazinamdi Kano, another savior. You sang in solidarity to the Biafran people and the victory of Donald Trump, because you saw it that they could come to liberate the Biafran people. The army opened fire on you. Have you not protested in several ways, going to the street? Then they finish you. You have now come back and then resorted in using a democratically accepted and a systematic way of protest, a civil disobedience, which you systematically stays in your house without going out to cause any uproar in the community. How do you distort the movement of the country? When you are inside your houses, relaxing, observing what? Your civil disobedience. You don't go to make noise anywhere. They want to come and force you from inside your house to come and go and protest or to go and do the elections. You say no, 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 no to this, because you don't want to revalidate the killings, the massacre, the destruction of lives and properties of your brothers and sisters. This is what the Nigerian government, this is what the DOS criminals, this is what the Ohanes Ndibo, this is what the World Igbo Criminal Congress, this is what a Jofo, this is what every saboteur that we have in Biafra land finds it very difficult to understand. Because of hatred, 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 because they love money more than any other thing. Now, I'm talking about that video where a voice was telling people, if you come out, you will die. All the coming out that Biafrans have been coming out, whether you come out in anger, or you come out to protest, or you come out to fight, or you come out just to sing in solidarity with people, have you not been killed? Recently now, you see this money swap or this economic jihad. What is happening? The indigenous persons of one Nigeria that are coming out only to come and air their views. Didn't you see a young man in Lagos and in Osun and in Ibadan that was shot to death just because he came out to protest? He did not go and burn the bank. He only came out to protest. And then they opened fire, because what one Nigeria does, what UK government has mandated one Nigerian government is what? Open fire at them, waste their lives and properties because they are useless. Let's take your mind back to when we had the Aba women riot. The women revolted against the colonial government and the police that were there. Did the women kill anybody? No, the women did not kill anybody. The women revolted in protest. But what happened? At first, the colonial masters and the colonial police, the police warrant, they instructed them, open fire on them. That was under the rule of the British. Open fire on them. So it has been the tactics and the pattern of aggression and speaking against the indigenous persons from the hands of the British to always give that order, open fire on them, because when you open fire on them, you waste them, and then they will die, and then they will shut up. You understand the point? So, as they are opening fire on you today, it is not new. So, when you now hear of a voice telling you, when you come out, they will kill you. When you come out, you will die. You need to understand that the person is actually warning you for you to be self-conscious, for you to stay away from falling inside the hands of the terrorists of the zoo country of the day. And you know that when you are fighting for freedom, there are every method of warfare. America and UK have used many methods of warfare to massacre and to destroy people. They even use a chicken pox, a blanket that was infested of chicken pox, and then they gave it to the people. This was a method of warfare. So everything that is happening in the space of the freedom realm is what you must see and understand during the freedom fighting. Because many people will do what? They will do what? Impersonate you. They will do propaganda, and everything will happen in order to derail your focus and to give you a bad name. But what you must do is what? Never give up. Never give up. Consistency is the key. All these blackmail and propagandas will not take us to anywhere. We will keep on fighting, and we are going forward. It is only those that are still blind to this very day that will not understand who is fighting for your freedom and who is actually speaking. Go and check the memo that MNK released in December. He said, do not disturb or counter Mazi Simon Ekpa in any way or form, because he knows what he is doing. Allow him, let him go the way it is. There is one thing about wisdom that people need to understand. Before MNK figured out the wisdom that is inside Mazi Simon Ekpa, or the wisdom inside all of you, let me give you an example. A job was brought to somebody. A car broke down, and they called all the mechanics. All the mechanics, they came. They could not fix the car. It took only one technician that came. When the technician came, he used one screwdriver to touch only one screw. When he touched only one screw, the car resuscitated. The engine resuscitated, and then it started working. Then they asked him, how much is your bill? He said his bill is $10,000. They said, you only use a screwdriver to touch only one screw, and it did not take you 5 minutes, and then you are asking for $10,000. He said, yes, because for me to use this screwdriver will cost only 1 cent. But for me to be able to have the wisdom to discover the problem, which everybody have been here all along, and they could not discover it, that is what is the $9,999. The wisdom of MNK, the wisdom of Simon Ekpa, is that wisdom that 9,999 people could not discover in order to use to cripple the zoo of one Nigeria. But it took him how many years? It is not long in IPOB, like all of you have been in IPOB for 12, 10 years and 15 years. But it took him just a year to understand the key which he need to press, and the very button, and the seconds he need to use, and the direction he need to turn it to be able to cripple all of you, criminals, one Nigeria, international community, to the point now that all of you are pointing your fingers and then looking up to Biafra and talking about it. You must continue to talk about it because we are making the international headlines. Mazi, fire on. Thank you so much. Because I just the vex.
Yes, now verse be the power. If you verse, you go fit do and well. So Mazaraf, we go continue.
We must continue.
Okay, Raf, carry go.
General Van Van Van, are you there in the house?
Hear you, Raf.
General Van Van, fire on.
Okay, don't worry. Yale has not been able to verify the origin of this video, but it has gone viral in Nigeria. Simon Ekpa commented to Yale that the video is propaganda by the Nigerian government, the purpose of which is to create the impression that his gunmen are threatening and coercing people. That is this video that they do. See,
December 9, December 10, December 11, December 12, and December 14. It is sit at home days for Biafrans. If you come out, you will die.
So
December 9.
Simon Ekpa did not make this video. None of our ESN make this video. This is what is Simon is trying to make. Who they come in? I beg. I know they pick up. Okay.
For now.
Death in the market.
I say you're not picking up for now.
Yes. I know they pick up for now. Death in the market. The people of Enugu were already used to the frequent curfew every Monday. However, sitting at home for 5 days in a row was too much for many people live here from hand to mouth. If one day there is no work and no earnings, there is also no food, says the entrepreneur, who remains anonymous. The 10th of December was the second day of the curfew imposed by Simon Ekpa. Many people from Enugu took the risk and went to work. There were more people on the move than usual at the time of the stay-at-home order. Maybe it flooded the mother. Maybe it fooled the mother. Maybe it fooled the mother. He was usually very particular about not taking risk. If we have been told to stay at home, then we stay at home. Say Joy Ikwe's daughter, Shisom Ikwe. Joy Ikwe woke up early and headed to the new market in the early hours of Saturday morning. There he bought vegetables from other market vendors and started making abacha salad. Selling salad portion was the family's only source of income. And Joy's husband had temporarily lost his job as a bus driver. Around 7:30, a group of masked gunmen drove into the market who indiscriminately fire at market traders and customers. The situation is over in a moment, but when the gunmen gassed away from the place, two seriously wounded people, a man and a woman, were lying in the square. The woman was Joy Ikwe. He was rushed to Parkland Hospital by tricycle taxi, that is Okada. Husband Uchenna Ikwe got the call and they rushed after. But too late. Joy's life was over. This is the family we are talking about.
She can give you her all. She can go naked for her family to be.
Huh?
No need of playing the video.
Okay, we move.
Sorry, let me pause you a little bit.
Okay.
It's just because the DOS, the zoo government, just picked this incident that happened during the time of sit at home. Then why is it that the Nigerian government, the one Nigerianist, the Nzama group of companies are not discussing the 14 people were killed by Ebubago? Why is it they are not discussing about that? Are those who are not human beings? This particular issue.
Gaddafi, those people are not IPOB members. They are not endorsed by a more powerful and the Shina Sanworu. They are not blood oath members. That is why they can never talk of them. Useless people everywhere.
And remember, the death of this woman were caused by China Sanworu. Who told them to come out? The same way the voice said, if you come out, you die. And we tell them, remain inside to be safe. And China Sanworu asked them to come out. Why is the China Sanworu did not protect these lives that they massacre? The only thing I want to say in 1 minute or two is that the freedom of Biafran people is in our hand. To serve to follow the leaders that we see. Ugo, I am seeing you. I'm seeing Sanat Brawa. I'm seeing General Van Vam. I'm seeing Master Simon Egba. I'm seeing Honorable Sokata Swanko. You are seeing me, Gaddafi. We are telling you to follow the ones you see. And Biafran people, the choice is in your hand. Either you follow the masquerades, the Lagbajas, who hide in one place to give order. You follow them, it is your choice. But if you want your freedom, follow the leadership of the people that you see. You see Simon Ekpa, you know where he stays. Emma Powerful, his location is unknown. China Sanworu, we said is in Kuwait. This useless, ask them to come out live like this and do their press release. Let Emma Powerful come out that is leading you, who is commanding you, and the different people you think you are listening to them. Let them reveal who they are to you. So the life is in your hand. The choice is also in your hand. Choose your freedom and follow Simon Ekpa, and choose your slavery and follow those masquerade that you don't know who they are. Thank you.
Ndewo Gaddafi. We move. Fear makes you obey. The security situation in Southeast, I must explain this fear makes you obey. It's not fear that if you don't sit at home, Simon Ekpa will come and kill you. It's not fear that if you don't sit at home, the ESN will come and kill you. No. But simply the fear that if you don't sit at home, the same Nigerian government will send their Washa military, their special force, the same Ifeanyi Ejiofor that called himself lawyer, the same China Sanworu that is still masking himself, and so many of them will send those hidden criminals that have been grooming, that have been training. They call them Killer Squad, some call them Lion Squad, and the Babango. They will send them to come and kill you. That is why this fear makes you obey. So, to obey sit at home, that you do not that you refuse to sit at home does not mean that Simon Ekpa is sending anybody to kill, or ESN is coming out to kill. No, it's just a blackmail, it's just a propaganda, it's just a sabotage, just to make sure they sabotage IPOB or they sabotage ESN, to make them look as if they are wicked or terrorists. We follow the footprint and whatever Mazen Nanikalu said. He said that Biafrans do not kill Biafrans. These people that you see killing are those that have soiled their hands in the sheet of the Funanis. They don't use the sheet of Funani people wash their hand. They don't sheet in the church. That is why they will form a babago to come and kill. That is why they will place bounty on every Biafran, like you hear Devo Mai said. He placed bounty of 2 million naira on each Biafran that will be killed. We see all these things. We hear all these things. Fear makes you obey.
Matthew, please, let me come in here.
Okay.
When they say obedience is better than sacrifice, obedience is better than sacrifice. You can see that your obedient, that is being obedient to the Fulanis, he does not want himself to be sacrificed. That is what he's trying to do. That is why he is ready to use you as sacrificial lamb to the zoo. But he does not want himself to be sacrificed by the Fulanis. That is why he opens his mouth and says, Biafra died 50-something years ago and should not be allowed to come back. Now, when they say fears makes you obey, when the other voice was helping you to put you in line to say, if you come out, you will die, is giving you the warning of what they know is going to happen. Or do you want him to have told you, when you come out, me, myself, I'll kill you? Is that what you wanted to hear from him? When interns are coming and then they tell you, stay inside your house because they are planned to invade a place. You want the person to tell you, stay inside your house because I am coming to kill or coming to invade a particular place. Obedience is better than sacrifice. When you obey the sit at home and stay in your houses, nobody comes to plunge you. Tomorrow is another sit at home, and you have been doing it without any compulsion. It is time that you need to do it in more compliance than ever. Now, peace is where there is no presence of chaos. Peace is where there is no presence of massacre. Peace is where there is no presence of destruction of lives and properties. Peace is where there is no presence of annihilation. Peace is where there is no presence of raping. Peace is where there is tranquility. Peace is where you are not living in IDP camps. Peace is where terrorists does not take control of your lands and community, and then they push you all away from your own indigenous lands. I ask you people from wherever you are, do you get peace from one Nigeria? Do you get peace in your security? Do you get peace in your development? Do you get peace in your economy? Do you get peace in your schools? Do you get peace traveling from one community to another or from one region to another? Do you get peace interacting with your people that you elected them into power? Can you sit down on a round table to have discussions with your president, your governors, your paramount rulers, and your House of Representative members? Do you have that peace? Do you have that availability? Do you have that collectiveness? Do you have that space to fill up? No, because the peace is not made available. There is no peace. And that is why, as one Nigeria makes the whole place unpeaceable, you don't expect to see peace. That is why we are saying, at this very time where we are at war, there is nothing that will be used against us as propaganda that will deter us. As you are coming to kill Biafrans, and when you kill Biafrans in the presence of war, we will not fold our arms to be laughing. What we are doing is self-defense, and we will defend ourselves with everything in our blood. It doesn't matter the name you call us, terrorists or whatever. No, it doesn't matter. Because we are defending what is fundamentally ours. It is there in the fraudulent constitution of one Nigeria of self-determination, where you have to defend yourself. In the OAU Charter, it is there. In the UN Charter, it is there. In the Commonwealth Charter, it is there. In the NATO Charter, it is there. In the UNICEF Charter, it is there. In the Unilever, it is there. International Criminal, it is there. So tell me how you will invade our communities, and then we will see as you raid our houses, you rape our mothers and children and parents, then we will now fold our arms and we will be laughing. No, self-defense is what we have activated. But when they tell you stay back home because it is a voice of reasoning that is seeing what is coming, which the people that are telling you come out will not be able to save you, and they will be the people that will still come out with the terrorists to come and kill you. None of you have been killed in your houses when you stay for your sit at home. It is only when you go out that the same people that told you come out, they will use the same one Nigeria terrorist to kill you. Fire on Mazi.
All right. Okay. So the security situation in southeastern Nigeria is bad. The police and army, armed groups, criminal gangs all commit human rights violation in the region. Thank God they see this one. Joy Ikwe's killers have so far not been brought to justice. According to one estimate, in the first half of last year, 287 people were killed in southern Nigeria. Many of the cases remain unsolved.
Wait. They said 287 people were killed in southeastern Nigeria. And I put it to them that 7,500 and something people were killed in the entirety of Nigeria. If only 287 were sectionalized to the southeast, so that means 7,200 and something apparently were massacred in the north, in southern Kaduna, in Borno, in Benue, in Makodi, in Kaduna, and Nasarawa, where children that went to school were kidnapped by terrorists, and some of them did not see their ways back. Where people in churches were massacred, where priests and bishops were massacred. Who massacred them? When you push the radar to the southeastern part of Nigeria and you tell us 287 were killed, and then you are now pushing it to be painted on the agitation of the people seeking for the restoration of Biafra, you are the biggest fool of your own time. Because the numbers of people killed in one Nigeria in 2021 was over 13,000. And over 12,000 were from the north. And you did not point the radar to that side. Why is it that you are pointing it to this side? Because you want to do propaganda. And from all these killings, did you see the Biafran people kill these people? No. It is one Nigerian government that are doing it. Because when they come to kill us, we have to defend ourselves. Fire on Mazi.
No. Okay. Joy Ikwe's killers have so far not been brought to justice. According to one estimate, in the first half of last year, 287 people were killed in southern Nigeria. Many of the cases remain unsolved. Fear is what makes people obey orders from the far north and they stay in their homes. I had thought of doing a street poll in Enugu and asking what the locals think about Simon Ekpa and the stay at home orders he issued. The task turned out to be impossible. No one wanted to comment on ECPA's activity with their own name and faces. You can't trust anyone, not even your own friends. If you criticize Simon Ekpa and his orders, you are in danger, said the man sitting under the almond tree on the side of the street as if with one voice. Tony Okeke has been forced to close his hotel in Enugu. There are no more customers when the security situation is so bad. Photo. Okay. Ekpa disgraces the veteran of the struggle for independence. 68-year-old Tony Okeke receives us in his mansion-like house with a row of old luxury cars in the yard. Okeke is an entrepreneur. He owns 2 hotels, 2 hospitals, and the real estate holding across Nigeria. Okeke was 13 years old when he joined the Army of Biafra as a volunteer in 1967. At the train station in Enugu, I saw a train carrying the bodies of Igbo people killed in northern Nigeria. I couldn't help but join the fight for independence. But today, this Okeke, if you ask him his standing now, he go change mind. He don't change mouth. This Okeke now, that was standing at the train station in 1967, I mean to say. And when he look, he see train carrying everybody wey go Sokoto, wey go Kaduna, wey go North. They kill all of them. This is one thing that nobody want to tell you. And this is one thing those people you call your Ohanese are not telling you. They killed all the Biafrans they found in the north. That is what this man is telling you. Ask him of Biafra today. He will tell you we have to follow it from the other way. And when a see a mayor, that is it.
Oh, to see me.
No, to see me.
Now, so, veterans, there are hundreds of veterans. There are hundreds of veterans all over the world that have vowed to support everything Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. Some of them call in on programs and they tell us that they are ready to even go and stand and fight for another war to be free because they know that nothing has ever changed for them, nothing is working. You see this one that are there, they are just the same thing with Ohanese and Igbo. He's showing lots of cars, hotel, and all those businesses that he believes that if he starts talking about Biafra today, because of that same fear we're talking about, fear of the terrorist country. Fear of the terrorist country, that he feels that if he begins to talk about Biafra today, he will lose his hotel, he will lose his business, he will lose everything. That is why his redeemer is now his enemy. It is called Stockholm Syndrome. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. That's the problem that they have today. Remember, Mazugo and my fellow comrades, remember that these idiots that are now trying to blackmail the effort we are making to set our people free, they have vowed with their life that instead of Mazi Simon Ekpa to bring Biafra, that they better scatter everything. But we promise them that they are the one that will scatter. Biafra will come through the efforts of Mazi Simon Ekpa, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have seen it. That is why the very first assignment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them was allow Mazi Simon Ekpa to take over on Radio Biafra while I am not there, until I come out. And while all this fight and all this blackmail continued, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released a memo through their lawyers, that they always believe in their lawyers, isn't it? Look at it. The very first line of that particular memo, what did he read? It is forbidden. Let me look for it and read it the way it is stated here. Number one, DOS is forbidden from responding to Simon Ekpa no matter what. They are forbidden. And Kanun Takan, who happened to be the person who laid his hand on this memo, closed this particular line. Read it with a pen. Closed it. Biafrans, you need to know the demons that are fighting you that do not want you to be free. Ask me today, Kanu Takano, because he wants to serve his own selfish interest, locked up the number one that would have been the solution to every problem Biafrans have been seeing, rearing up their ugly from everywhere. The problem, the thing that would have solved the idiotic criminals who keep coming out and calling Simon Ekpa a Beriman criminal. The particular line that would solve it, Kanu Takano closed it up. He rigged it up. He closed it. Okay, tell me who closed it, because the letter came out on his own, on his Twitter or whatever it came out. Who closed it? DOS is forbidden. When Mazin Namdekanu says it's forbidden, because he knows that what Simon Ekpa is doing is heavenly, divine, and therefore anything that will work against it is forbidden. Forbidden, Umuchineke, forbidden. Something that is forbidden is what they allowed to continue. These people must go to hell. They are evil. These people are demonic, and Biafrans must know this. Forbidden to respond or say anything against Simon Ekpa. Do you know why? Because the connection between Mazin Namdekanu and Simon Ekpa is divine. That is why they will do anything to blackmail. Like Mazugo said, all the people that have been dying in Biafra land, they are not under oath. 14 youths are not under oath. Abi? That is why their life is not important. Because sit at home, that Mazin Namdekanu have always ordered and telling people to stay indoors. Mazin Namdekanu will tell you, Onya Putiro, Egosi Haku Jintioke, me. Mazin Namdekanu will always say that. And they will say, Onyendu is another savior. Now, these idiots that call Onyendu another savior are the people blackmailing Simon Ekpa, knowing fully well that Simon Ekpa never said kill anybody. And now they go behind and they try to manipulate a journalist. Now, no matter the manipulation you do, Chineke Nonyebere has given us this mandate to restore Biafra. And come rain, come shine. To you, against all your blackmail, we must restore Biafra. You idiots will perish in Nigeria because Nigeria is about to go down. Nigeria is going down. It's just in 14 days. 14 days, Nigeria gabu ihelarala. So you cannot read the handwriting on the wall, you idiots. You can't read it. You cannot see that Nigeria is gone. How will we explain to you, you monsters, that Nigeria is gone? It is obvious that you want to perish with Nigeria. The zoo is falling. Yes, just like London Bridge was falling down and they sang with it. You are all going to perish with Nigeria, you idiots. Mazugo, please, you can continue.
Mazugo.
Yeah.
Mazugo. Who or through who or through whose office or through whose channel did the message from Mazin Namdekanu come to the Biafran people? Was it through Kanunta or it was through his barristers? His barristers that they say we are the most trusted. We are the people that go and visit him and comes out. We are the people that are going to court to say we want to defend him on legal grounds to see him released. And the people that are doing something outside here to make sure the collaboration of what they are doing and what the Biafran people are doing comes together to equate the release of Mazin Namdekanu. They did not want them to get the message that Mazin Namdekanu sent to them. This question is very clear. Who are the people through which the message came? And why was the message hoarded away from the Biafran people since 15 or 12 of December 2022 to this very day? Who even knows whether it was not on that date that they put on that paper? Maybe that message had been delivered long time as at even 2021, when they come to write the date of 2022. The message came through your lawyers. And the lawyer, through the message, did not come and deliver the message to the Biafran people. They hide the papers, the messages from the Biafran people.
Who hijacked the lawyers? Who bloody hell hijacked that lawyer? These criminals must go to hell.
Mazirab, if you say you are a lawyer and you are defending your client, will you even allow somebody to hijack you? That is one thing you should ask yourself. Will you allow somebody to hijack you if you say you are a lawyer? Because you are not a lawyer and you are not doing what you're doing with every sincerity. Your hands are not clean. That is why the message that your client sends to his people cannot be delivered. You suppress the message. This is the message that would have aligned everything in this movement ever since MNK had been in detention. That is why I said this message did not come in December. This message had been sent out since 2021.
Yes,
they decided
because
to come and write
because Ifeanyi Ejiofor knows that he is not trusted and the message is not coming through him. He had to make sure that that line was closed up.
You see,
Ifeanyi Ejiofor.
The message was not that Simon should broadcast or should be given a slot. The message was that Simon should take over until I come back. The message was that Simon should be in control of both DOS and the OSD and the criminals and the non-criminals until I return. That was the message. It's not just that Simon should go and broadcast.
No, Mazugo, we are not even talking about the broadcasting aspect now. We are talking about the part of that message, that number one, that says, do not interfere in anything that Simon is doing to the restoration of Biafra. That simply means
it is for Sonny, we must emphasize on the point. It is forbidden. Forbidden. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu use that word. Forbidden. That shows how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has validated Simon Ekpa, and these monsters have continued to blackmail this intelligent, pure, whiter than white spokesperson of the Biafran people. They continue to blackmail him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it is forbidden. Ana soyanso, Jini Mazi Simon Ekpa Soromunso, Jini Soromunso, but these demons refuse to listen. That is why Chineke get Ohali Loku. Hali Lega Ohoku.
Thank you, Bam Bam Bam. This is why the Biafran people must be ready to fight all the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are the devil incarnate that you have. Because if the lawyers were lawyers, as they claim it, MNK would not send message and say, go and tell it like this, and they use something to cover the message, and then they keep the message to themselves, and then they refuse it to come out all this while. And this has been something that has crippled the straightforwardness of what we would have been doing now. Now, coming down to Okeke, this veteran Okeke, Mazugo, please, scroll his face. Let us see his a epileptic face, because we're now back to his foolishness. Okay, this is Okeke. Okeke says that he is a businessman. So he is crying because when there is sit at home, his business will not suffix. Now, take it down now to where he was talking about his age. Take it down now to where he was talking about his age. Okay, stop. Okay, stop here. Okeke said, I was 13 years when I joined the army of Biafra volunteers, right? And then he said he saw dead bodies of Biafrans that were stockpiled on a tractor and then brought down. That was how he was convinced to also become part and parcel of, because he knew that everything is up, right? Which is what happens when you see that there is no way out. You have to join the people that are marching on. Now, we want to ask Okeke one question. Okeke, before the massacre or the war that you call it, or genocide in 60s to 70s, Did your brothers and sisters and your uncle and Ojuku's father not have business in one Nigeria and businesses in Biafra land? All those businesses that they had during the time of the genocide and the massacre, did one Nigeria not put everything down and burn everything to ashes? Was it not because you saw that all the businesses of people and their livelihood were totally destroyed and there was no hope? That is how you then decided to say, oh, that means if I don't join and fight, there is no way out for me, because running away, they will shoot you from behind. Coming forward, they will shoot you from behind. All you have to do is go and join the forces of the people and continue to fight. You claim to have been a war veteran, but you cannot speak as a war veteran. You are now speaking like a politician, and like Peter Obi says, I am a businessman. So you business and negotiate the freedom of your people. The sit at home of the people is about their freedom. So if you had seen that the people that lived before and had all their businesses in one Nigeria flourishing and making money, and when the war and the massacre started, one Nigeria destroyed all of them, you then resorted into making sure you go and fight for your defense and your freedom. What stops you now from your eyes opening? Do you think that one Nigeria has hope for you? Because one Nigeria do not have hope for you. If you have all the businesses from Enugu to Akwa Ibom, I am telling you that by the time it starts, just like you have seen it today now, all of you are shouting about sit at home, crippling your business, right? Now, one Nigeria has hoarded away your money. Okeke may have gotten 50 trillion naira in Nigerian account. Today, Okeke cannot remove that money. Okeke cannot remove 10,000 at his own will now. Okeke can only remove 5,000. And for Okeke to remove 5,000 now, Okeke will have to pay 2,000 to remove 5,000. He will now end up going with 3,000. Okeke, this one that is happening to you, is it sit at home that is happening to you? Is it Biafra that is happening to you? Or it is Fulani that is happening to you? Okeke Mugu, that you call yourself a veteran. I am so ashamed to even pronounce your name as a veteran, because my father fought the war. So for you to open your mouth and tell me that you are a veteran, and you are talking from this angle, you are a shame to me, because my father too is dead. Did never for once tell me back down. What he was telling me is never give up, continue to fight until when you people see freedom. Because Nigeria is not a place to be, because the Fulanis have a very dangerous plan for us. Okay, with all your money now in one Nigerian bank, they have taken it away from you and you cannot have access to it. Is it sit at home that is taking it away from you? We want Biafrans to understand something, that if you have all the businesses in one Nigeria, you have it in the north, you have it in Lagos, you have it in Abuja, when it starts and when it happens, the same way that they have done it now, that all the money have been distributed to the people in the north and they have it at random and sufficiently in their houses, it is the same thing that is going to happen to you. They will destroy your businesses. By that time, you will not even come to remember that we used to have sit at home again. Because now, many of you do not remember that we used to have sit at home again. Many of you do not know that it is sit at home that has been your problem for some time. Now you understand that it has been Nigeria that has been your problem, because all your money is in the bank. You cannot remove it. Is it Biafra that is doing you? No, it's not Biafra. But MNK told you that a time will come where all the money you work for one Nigeria and put in your banks, you cannot be able to remove it or use it. Shame on all of you. So wake up, because Biafra is the way out. Thank you, Mazi.
There were. Okay, we move. Okay, 63-year-old Tony Okeke receives us in his mansion-like house with a row of old luxury cars in the yard. Okeke is an entrepreneur. He owns 2 hotels, 2 hospitals, and a real estate holding across Nigeria. Okeke was 13 years old when he joined the Army of Biafra as a volunteer in 1967. At the train station in Enugu, that's Okeke recounting. At the train station in Enugu, recounted Okeke, I saw a train carrying the bodies of Igbo people killed in northern Nigeria, I couldn't help but join the fight for independence. The inhabitant of the former Biafra, now southeastern Nigeria, are mainly of the Igbo tribe and the Christians. In Enugu, it becomes clear that the Igbo, without exception, feel that their position in the Nigerian Federation remains subservient, but what means should the cause of Igbo be pursued? But by what means should the cause of Igbo be pursued? According to Tony Okeke, the path taken by Simon Egba is completely wrong. You dey hear him? The curfew.
It's part to be wrong because it doesn't favor you criminals.
Yes, now, yes. This curfew had a devastating effect on Biafra's economy, on his business, so not Biafra's economy, on his business.
Their own is all about their business, their personal interest, their stomach. It's not about the security of lives of the people, of what the Fulanis are planning and massacring the people. He is not talking about...
Mazistoni, it is called stomach infrastructure. You know, this man and all the people like him, they don't care that there is no infrastructure in Biafra land, no hospital, no good road. The thing that Master Simon is enjoying in Finland, Master Simon is enjoying good road, good hospital, good medical care, everything. These people, they don't have it in Biafra land. And all where they have it is inside their stomach. It is called stomach infrastructure. But Master Simon Ekpa wants to destroy those infrastructure inside their stomach and bring it outside that Biafrans can see it, so that we will have good road, have Biafra, the economy, have the, everything that will favor us. They don't want it. They only want their own, so it will be inside their stomach. All those infrastructure in your stomach,
General Van Van.
Eh?
General Van Van, what I want to let the Biafran people know is one thing. Get this race as if only Simon sits down and give order. And I'm here to correct this impression. Simon Ekpa does not say anything of his own. We, the Biafran people, come together, appoint him to speak for us, because all of us can't speak at the same time. We appoint him who represents us. He speaks our mind. When we agree, we pass it to him. He comes to announce it. So, due to these people want to attack Simon, they only channel the attack on Simon, forgetting that Simon is just a spokesperson who comes to communicate with the people based on what the people has agreed. You understand? So, Simon Ekpa giving the seat at home, he wasn't even the one that gives the seat at home. Biafra people come together and said, we don't want election in our land, and we all agree that we are not going to participate in this election. And even if we are not going to participate, it will not hold in our land. We now tell him, Master Simon, please go out there and relay this agreement to the Biafran people. So when they said Simon this, Simon that, that, let me tell you, the way they saw Mazina Dikano, they kidnapped him. Today, Simon is still speaking for our behalf. We are still making the same agreement. That was said, focusing on Master Simon is a great mistake they are doing. They should bring the whole Biafra and put them into jail or place bounty on our head. Because even if Simon is no longer the spokesperson of today, another spokesperson will emerge. So when they talk about Simon this, Simon that, no, Simon is a spokesperson who communicates to the people on the agreement of what the people has agreed, what the Biafran people has agreed. So what I'm trying to say is that the no election in our land is our collective agreement, our collective effort. It is only 1% who value their business more than the life of Biafran people that always say, is this, is that, no, sit at home, this, coffee, that. No, no. So if someone sits in a comfort zone in Finland, me too, I'm here because since I came to this country, I've never seen power outage. I never experienced it. I'm living in my comfort home. So we want to go, all of us, you, each and every one of us who lives in diaspora, know how life is supposed to be. So we agree, we bring this thing to our home. We bring this good thing we see out there. All of us agree. No, this is the way our life, our home, supposed to be. So that is why each and every one of us agree. And when we made this agreement, we communicate to Master Simon. Master Simon, this is what the people are saying. Go out there and communicate to people. So I don't know why they are picking Simon as if he's alone. Simon has never been alone. All of us are supporting Simon. All of us made this agreement, and we only pass it to him who announced it. So the issue remains that anybody that is attacking Simon is attacking more than 80 million Biafrans. This 1% who benefits the oil money, who benefit the hardship. You know, Igbo people said, Oboda Degima is Urundize. Meaning when the country is not in good shape, it is the benefit of those ones that the benefit for the elites, the one that call themselves elites. So they call themselves elites and looting the people dry. We come up, we said, no way. That is why God allowed the Biafran people to scatter all over the world so that we know how human beings should live. And we want to bring this good thing to our place. Let me tell you, in Prozi, Korean government, Korea, their representative in my country, as in Biafra land, is called Daewoo. Daewoo is in charge of LNG. And in this country called South Korea, they never lack diesel. They never lack fuel. They never lack gas. They never lack anything. But they don't have any single. Their land does not produce it. They bring it from my land and make their land comfortable for their people. So we're saying this kind of thing. We tell Master Simon, this and this and this is how we want our land to be. Please lead us. When we speak, you communicate to the people. The Bible says, I was looking for a man that will stand at the gap between the living and the dead. So the prophets are the people who speaks, who hear from God and communicate to the people. So he is a place of a prophet. He stands at the gap between the Biafran people, You understand? So when they say Simon this, Simon that, Simon, they are making a very big mistake, because even if you succeeded in removing Simon today, another Simon will come up. So what I'm trying to let the Biafran people know is that sit at home is not the command of Simon. I am trying to let the international community to know that sit at home is not his order. It is the order of Biafran people. So when we say sit in your house, it's a civil disobedience, which is legalized all over the world. People have their right to vote. Also, people have their right not to vote. And the majority says, we are not going to vote. Britain does not lack fuel. They does not lack gas in their country, but they don't have any. So you cannot make me dry and you make yourself flourish. Because the international community sees we are their raw material. So they want to keep us in perpetual slavery, which we have come to know our rights. And we decided to say no to it. And everybody's rising a dust. What is it? We don't want to vote. Is it a problem? Everybody should calm down. We don't want to vote. And we still stand. Instead, we will allow election in our land. It's better all of us die. Because we stand on no election. Whether we succeed, whether we fail, let it be on our record that we have tried it. And I want Biafran people to know that lastly, Biafran people should know that what we are doing today, we go into the history, the archive book of Biafra, that there was a time the people were in unity, the people come together and sit at home for 1 year or more to tell their story by themselves. It will be in the history book of Biafra that people like us in our time, this and this, what we did. And let me tell you, if a father was doing a business and he did not conclude the business and die, it is right in Igbo land, it is right in the Biafra land that the son will come out to continue where the father stopped, to make sure the family empire were built. So our father had tried the Biafran quest, and the end where they end, we have come to see that this was a good plan from our forefather. We continue. So anybody that stand against our resolute, the person should go to hell and burn. We say no election in Biafra land. We are not just saying no election. We are not saying we are boycotting the election. We say we are stopping the election. If it means for us to do it with our blood, we are willing to do that. So if we say if you come out, you will die. Yes, if you come out, the zoo who has released 400,000 arms men will kill you. So get that into your head. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is a question people tend to forget. This man that we see on the screen here, I know that it is hard to deliver or to save people that they have already made their lives to become useless. They make their brains to become useless. They sell their brains to Fulani voodoo. Because what one Nigeria have done to them is that they put them in a vulnerable situation, and in years to come, when you are trying to save their head, they will still be dragging their head inside the same net again. I have not seen any communique where this a Fulefu man where sit down for this screen here now said anything about the people that were massacred in Iyamufu community. I haven't seen him make any comments on the people massacred in Oli community. I haven't seen him make any comments of the people massacred in Awomama community. Neither in Umutanzi, neither in Obibo, neither in Iyala, neither in Olu, and many other places. But when it concerns his stomach, like Van Van Bam said, stomach, Mazi, how you talk about stomach waiting?
Stomach infrastructure. The infrastructure is built inside their stomach.
Ah, okay, thank you. Stomach infrastructure. Because of the stomach infrastructure. And if you should ask this man, how is this your business faring in one Nigeria? He cannot give you inventory of his business. He cannot give you the GDP of his business for the past 10 years because he does not have electricity to run this his business. He is the one buying generator and buying fuel. Whereas in developed countries, you are not the one to go and provide electricity for yourself. It is the government of the day that provide electricity. All you do is that you pay for the services of that electricity after consumption. But it's the one providing everything. The road that will lead to this is business. He is the one that needs to put the road in order so that his clients can be able to come in good condition. He is the one that still have to secure the safety of his clients when they are in those areas of his business space, because one Nigeria is not secure. So with this stupid mentality, he should go and ask the people that did this to his brain, because he's not thinking well. Because the generations of Biafrans that we have now are not people that will be easily carried away with people that come with their business interests. No, it's not business as usual. They had used business interests to cajole us before, but
So
in this very year.
So this is how intelligent Biafrans are. Somebody just spotted something. Now make we deal with that comment.
Okay.
You see, Biafrans are very intelligent.
13 years.
Because he should be 90, he should be 69 or 71, I think.
You see, in Mumu don't even too much. So if he was 13 years in 67, like he said, so that means he is even older than Nigeria. You see, or is it Nigeria that is older than him, or his parents are older than his parents are older than him? him the Nigeria that he's trying to save. So if your parents are older than the Nigeria you want to save, and you yourself, you are dying in the same hands of the Nigeria, and since the 1960 to this very day that you are now, you are not getting any better. Because if you are getting better, your face would not be looking like zombie like this. Your face should have been looking very bright and very okay. Look at someone that is having business, doing business in your old age. You should be enjoying. And you claim to be 63. At 63 years, should you be looking like this if you are making good and you're okay in one Nigeria? No, it shows on your face. And if they ask you, where are your children? Are they in Nigeria? You will say, no, they are not in Nigeria. Because you know Nigeria is not good, you try to make sure they go to somewhere else to better their life. But the ones that want to make Biafra now to be better, you want them to be destroyed because you're only looking at the interests of your head and your family. We are not going to make the mistake of that kind again. So tell him because he moved on too much.
Okay. The inhabitants of the former Biafra, now southern Nigeria, are mainly the Igbo tribe and the Christians. In Enugu, it becomes clear that the Igbo, without exception, feel that their position in the Nigeria Federation remain subservient.
Mazuko, let's correct something to the audience. Go up some more. Go up some more. Go up some more. Okay, stay here. Because this non-entity is giving the mindset of one Nigeria to the international community. Now, he said the inhabitants of the former Biafra, now southeastern Nigeria, are mainly of the Igbo tribe and Christians. And this is what the international, one Nigerian government is making them to portray in their minds. That without exception, they feel the position in one Nigeria is like this or is like that. How come that when you were fighting for the war, it was the entire whole eastern region, where you called the Niger Delta and the South and the 5 Igbo states all together. And today, when you were fighting, you said you are a war veteran. You were fighting alongside with Major Orok. You were fighting alongside with Major Nzoku. You were fighting alongside with General Achibong. You were fighting alongside with General Philip Effiong. You were fighting alongside with Major Ekandem. But when one Nigeria wants you to read a script, you now tend to portray to them that they should sectionalize it to only the 5 Igbo speaking states, because that is the script that one Nigeria is giving to you. So to be
that guy was lying.
No,
sorry, that guy was lying.
That is what he understands. Hold on. That is what he understands because it is a script. When they portray it like this to the readers may not understand. So we need to put them to understand that Biafra land is not only the 5 Igbo states that this man is talking. Biafra land encompasses of the entire whole eastern region, which encompasses of the south that they call themselves today, the Niger Delta today, and the southeastern side that they call today. So that is the entirety of Biafra land. That's what I want to make people to understand. Mazi, let's go.
Okay. Tony Okeke criticizes Simon Ekpa in harsh words. Simon Ekpa dishonors the veteran of the Biafran war and the name of Biafra. When he incites war, it was never the idea of Biafra, but the defense of our own people, says Okeke Egumanga. Ekpa has no position in IPOB. He don't reach.
Mazuko, what is IPOB?
Wait.
What is IPOB? if Ikpa doesn't have position,
maybe IPOB okay. Maybe IPOB means okay family.
If Ikpa doesn't have a place, in
Yes,
IPOB.
Wait.
I want to inform Biafran that while the Finland media journalists visited Enugu State, somehow the people that they meet gave a more powerful the number of the journalists. And the more powerful called the journalist while the journalist was in the hotel. At the east stage of the more powerful to air the problem of Biafra people, to explain to these journalists the problem and the plight of Biafra people. Imam Powerful was busy telling these journalists that Samanekpa is not a member of IPOB. Yes. And it is online. I want to make it clear to Biafra today that another report is online where the journalist narrated about how somebody called it, Mapawapu called him. Yeah. And instead of the Mapawapu to talk about Biafra, the Mapawapu was saying that Samanekpa is not a member of IPOB. Samanekpa is that they are not stopping election. That Samanekpa is not a member. The Mapawapu left what he should be talking about and be dragging about who is a member of IPOB and who is not a member of IPOB, with a Finnish journalist who traveled all the way from Finland to Enugu State for 5 months. Can you imagine? I'm going to make it public to Biafrans. I'm going to post it late where the journalist narrated, I can translate it with Google Translator, and I want every Biafra to know this thing, that the opportunity for Emmanuel to talk about Biafra, he has been deceiving people since 2012, and many people have been killed. He left that and be telling them that Samanekpa is not an IPOB member. And trust Finnish people now. They don't listen to nonsense. What they see. How can Samanekpa not be a member of IPOB and is commanding the millions of people? So they know what is going on. And at the end of the day, the report says that it is not clear the role of Samanekpa in IPOB. Because there is word against word. So I just want to make this thing very clear. And I'm going to post it to Biafra people for everybody to share it, that people came from Finland to find out whether Biafrans are being killed by the Nigerian state, whether this Biafra, they are fighting for Israel. Imam Powerful left that, and after dragging about Samanekpa, who is not a member, he has now taken it to the international stage of whether it is freedom we are fighting or whether it is who is a member of IPO. I want to bring this into the knowledge of the Biafra people. I'll post it to the media team. You can translate it and you see that they have done it again.
Emma powerless. Emma powerless.
Now remember through your head so that you will repeat that secret.
Yes.
In fact. Now. Chop knuckle. He said,
go ahead.
He said, go ahead. The driver. Tomorrow, the secret will be open.
What
Good.
This guy, tomorrow will be his side, not for more guns and bullets.
Wow. Mazi, can I remove you from the spotlight?
I put them because
yes, it connects. It connects.
Ekpa has no position in IPOB.
But yet, everybody are listening to him. He is nobody, but they are listening to him. Madness.
Ekpa has no position, but when he says sit at home, the whole of Biafra land will lock down.
Yes, Ekpa has no position in IPOB. The sit-at-home campaign was started in the summer of 2021 by the IPOB movement, which is pushing for the independence of the former Biafra region. It demanded the release of its imprisoned leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he called on people to stay in their homes on 2 Mondays in protest. IPOB ended its sit-at-home project twice, but Simon Ekpa, who made program on the movement Radio Biafra disagreed. He adopted the idea of sit at home and at the same time also the name of IPOB. But not only once IPOB DOS bring sit at home, the next one they stop him. Because he has saying that too. In an interview,
40 million stopped the sit at home from the mouth of IPOB. 40 million naira.
In an interview with Yale, Simon Ekpa announced...
Please, comrade, I have an urgent call, just half an hour, but my screen is still open, please.
In an interview with Yale, Simon Ekpa announces that he is leading the activities of IPOB while Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. The phone rang on Tuesday morning in my hotel room in Enugu. The call has been arranged through intermediaries, and there is a male person on the line who is said to be IPOB's official spokesperson, Emma Powerless.
Imagine, Mazi, wait. Official spokesperson when it comes to collecting money from one Nigerian government.
It is said the man they give money.
That is why they connect him now, so that they will see whether money will exchange hands.
It is a Finland they do business as usual.
Do you know what the man wanted to do? The man wanted to scam the journalist. That's why he was telling him he has a hotel, he has a hospital, he's a scammer. So that's a proposal he was trying to present to the journalist. That OKK or whatever they call his name. He was trying to arrange his ways to fit in where he can propose a business. The only thing they have is about their business. When you see them shouting, you think they love you. They don't love you, Biafran people. They don't love you. They just want to protect their personal business. The float from the government house. That's what they are protecting, not your life. Check the majority that said the election must be election. All of them seek one position or the other. That's what they are working for. They don't love you. They don't think about Abuja Declaration in 1989. They don't think about it. See, how can P2B come to change that Abuja Declaration in 1989? Biafran people, go to Google and Google Abuja Declaration 1989 and read those documents. Then you can come back to tell me election this, election that. So the truth remains that the end point of everything we are saying is that the reports from Emma Powerless, 1, was fake. 2, Mazi Simon and we has never changed our mind or no election in our land. We stand on no election. Instead there will be election, it's better we fail. Because we can never allow that. What they do in Nigeria is selection. Don't be surprised that the result of this, their useless election have been written. So when we said there will be no election in Southeast or in Biafra land, when we say no election in Biafra land, meaning that all the things they've written concerning the Biafra land is now going to scatter their plan. So that is why you see them fighting. So Biafran people stand shoulder to shoulder with Mazi Simon. I want Biafran people to go to Twitter and hashtag Biafran freedom. I stand with Mazi Simon Ekpa. Hashtag standing with Mazi Simon Ekpa /MNK. Hashtag we are standing with Mazi Simon Ekpa /MNK. Hashtag. Thank you, Biafran people. God bless you.
Okay.
Mazuko, take over your mic.
We go bring the link. Let's just hurry up and finish. We know say una want talk, no problem. Okay, so the phone rang on Tuesday morning in my hotel room in Enugu. The call has been arranged through
Mazuko,
intermediary.
Mazuko, enlarge it on the screen.
Sorry. Intermediaries, and there is a male person on the line who is said to be IPOB's official spokesman or spokesperson, Emma Powerless. Yeah, has not been able to verify the identity of the person on the other end of the line or the authenticity of his position. IPOB is considered a terrorist organization by the Nigerian government, and its members are therefore not allowed to appear in public. Emma Powerless says Simon Egba has nothing to do with IPOB. He is not a member of our movement. The curfew imposed by Simon Egba are an attack on Biafrans and they tarnish the reputation of IPOB. He should start his own organization and they stop using IPO.
This is your chief.
Mazuko,
Yeah.
Mazuko, I want the Biafran people to tell me this person that they call a Mapo Wallace. Do they know him? Do they know him? This person that is talking all this trash, no phone call. Do they know him? Do we know him? It does not exist as long as I'm concerned.
What do you? Oh, okay.
Biafran people should go to Twitter. They should go to Twitter and begin to tweet hashtag standing with Simon Egba and Biafran freedom. Mazi Simon/MNK standing with him and free Biafra. That should bombard the Twitter this week. Thank you. Go on, Mazugo.
Of Nigerian newspaper, somebody is making noise. Okay. Of Nigerian newspaper data cutting to IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu sent a message from prison through his brother in December that he did not accept the curfew announced by EPA for December, the one during which Joy Ikwe was killed by gunmen's bullet.
Mazuko,
Huh?
this is time to bring the memo from MNK. This one will go in line with this very place where you read, where they say.
Okay, now I know get them, bring them.
It's in the media platform.
No, wait, so that you don't remove this one on the screen. Wait, let me bring that one.
Okay.
Because all of them get where you go bring one thing to clear the air.
Okay, let me just read it before you bring it.
I don't bring them in here.
All right.
We are not too far. We are prepared for these people. Share it there. Let me zoom in so that Biafrans will see it very well. Don't put them. Okay. Yeah, he did it. And enlarge it so that Biafrans will see it. Enlarge it to the full screen. Biafran people make una see am. They say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent memo to say that it does not support your freedom anymore. It does not support you fighting to release him, because when they say don't do it at home, that I don't support anything you're doing, it simply means don't fight for my freedom anymore. Don't allow your freedom to continue anymore. And moreover, we told you people, we don't want MNK to give us instructions. That is why if you read everything on this memo here, you will not see where MNK say, go and do this or do that. But only one thing that he told you here is DOS is forbidden from responding to Simon Ekpa no matter what. No matter what. Because this number one alone has the meaning. It interprets decision that you and Simon Ekpa will be taking to your freedom and to his own freedom. That is why it does not need to be part and parcel of what Simon Ekpa is doing. He's only telling you, do not go and attack Simon Ekpa. Anything wey they do, leave am. Don't wait for me to come and release memo and say, go and do this to Simon Ekpa or go and do this for my freedom or this. Just listen to Simon Ekpa because he is one dangerous man standing.
Sonny.
Yes.
Do you know that this number one goes along with what he said before? Listening to Simon Ekpa. He's bringing a new dimension.
Yes.
There is, you know, if our people can go to their dictionary, they will underline this word, forbidden. Forbidden is a strong word, you know. When we say you are forbidden, no matter what is your reason, no matter the kind of reason you think that is genuine, he say it is forbidden against every. The strong words there, forbidden, is not trying to let you know that he have already told you, listen to Simon Ekpa. He's bringing a new dimension. Whatever he is saying, listen to him. Do not counter him. In other words, I can interpret this to say, our leader is saying that Simon Ekpa is speaking my mind. Whatsoever he says, do you not? You are forbidden. Forbidden is a higher decree. You are forbidden. Do you not? You understand? So our leader was trying to tell these buffoons that Simon Ekpa is speaking my mind, and what he's doing is what I should have done. For this reason, do not put obstruction on his way. For this reason, do not counter him. Don't attack him. Whatsoever he is doing, I am behind him. He is saying my mind. That is why he now forbid them. If you go to the last paragraph, he's trying to tell you that everybody should be the unity and his release. And what we are doing here, when we agree on sit at home, you see it? You understand? Why we agree on sit at home is because we are pressing for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are pressing for the restoration of Biafra so that the Biafran man all over the world can be unified. Now, he said here, number 12. Number 12. He said, all press statements must be, you understand, must be to unite the family and press for my release and press for his release. You know, so for all these e-frog, Emeka useless gifts, China Samoru, whatever they do in that gossip center, Radio Biafra, they have turned it to gossip center. From the people that are attacking and saying this and saying that, for people that said, sit at home this, sit at home that. What our leader is telling you that you are forbidden. If someone said there will be no election in Biafra land, you are forbidden to counter it. If Simon said we are not participating for this election, now our leader, that leader you respect, you claim your Onyendu, you claim your Ohamadike, he said, whatsoever Simon Ekpa said, you are forbidden to reverse it. Any decree that Simon Ekpa issued, he is not him that's saying it. I am the one who is saying it. You don't know how they communicate spiritually, whether he appears to Master Simon to tell him what to say or what to do. These are the two things that you don't know, the mysteries you don't know. But he has come here to tell you, you are forbidden. Underline that word, forbidden. So, as he said, sit at home from 23 to 28 of this month. Sit at home. Our leader is saying that you are forbidden to counter it. As Simon Ekpa said, there will be no election. Our leader tells that you are forbidden to say there will be election. You understand? So Biafran people should now know how this wicked set of men, people like Takano them, who lay hand on this memo and close this number one. That you can see that this guy know what he is doing. He was the same man who know the kidnap of our leader in Kenya and refused to speak. He has laid hold on this memo and he was pressing, and this. The only place that Takano was interested in was where it was mentioned about Neneanya finance. Anything short of that, other things is not relevant for him. But let me tell you, in 10 commandments, Bible said, if you keep 9 and fail 1, you fail all. So for Takano to close number 1 and number 11, that Takano is also a suspect. I can now categorically confirm that he sold our leader for him to take his place. Because if Takano come out and he believe he love his brother, and his brother said, make this kind of statement, and he saw it, and he covered it. Wow. The word said, forbidden. Takano saw this particular thing, and he painted it. He was pressing that there's a memo that the Kaaba is holding on to. At the end of the day, when he decided to release it, he covered number 1. That the attack on Simon Ekpa should continue. That when his brother said, Simon Ekpa is bringing a new dimension to this agitation, follow him, listen to him. Now his brother is trying to the wrong words said forbidden. This guy cover it. You can see how devilish these guys are. You can see the people who is fighting for your freedom. You can see who is fighting for your liberation. You can also see who is cashing out with the blood of Biafran. They are cashing out. They are cashing out. This number 11 that is closed, we would like it to be open. Who knows what is there? Because any place they close, something that is beneficial to Biafran people is there. So thank God that the head of Master Simon Ekpa was full yesterday, and he decided to uncover that one. I pray before he come to his program, his hair will full again. He will uncover the number 11. But the people who lay hold. Now, this Nemeka, whose this memo was issued from, was countering our 5-day sit at home. But that was the thing that Master Simon Ekpa said, that our leader said, you are forbidden from countering it, from reversing it, from commenting on it. Allow him. You can see, forbidden. Biafran people, I hope you guys are seeing this. This is a forbidden. Takano covered it. That you people can go and kill yourself while I cash out. You people can keep on attacking Master Simon Ekpa while I cash out. They live in London, you live in Biafra land. They drive big cars, you trek. And something that will solve the problem that the Biafran people were going through. The Eflefus, the brainless Irats, the 1,000 teeth, the mad dogs in South Africa, the Mburu minis. They saw all these things, they covered it, but they come in public to claim that they love their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They called him Onyendu. They called him the prophet. They called him Wachineke. They called him Mohamadike. But this is a single order. You are forbidden, but they covered it. That is how they be covering the destinies of people, the destinies of Biafran. From today, I decree, as this number 1 is uncovered, as the hidden places begin to uncover, every destiny of Biafra, I command it to be uncovered. every Biafrans of this, every distance of Biafrans who were covered by this evil and decree that I command them to be open, because we promise you Biafra, we'll get to Biafra. Thank you.
He said it will be open. He said the devil incarnate are the people that are serving as the DOS. And people don't know. But you go continue.
All right. He is not a member of our movement. The curfew imposed by EGBA are not attack. The curfew imposed by EGBA are an attack on Biafrans and tarnish the reputation of IPOB. He should start his own organization and stop using the name IPOB. Of Nigerian newspaper data according to IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu sent a message from prison through his brother in December 2022 that he did not accept curfew announced by EGBA for December the 1, during which Joy Ikwe was killed by gunmen's bullet. According to Emma Powerless, IPOB also does not accept the sit-at-home order announced by Simon Ekpa during the Nigerian election. Instead, the movement encouraged people to vote. You see, that the people where they bring their freedom for you. We are not particularly on the side of election, but we are not against them either. Either we are not against them either. Go and vote. After that, we will continue to work for an independent Biafra. How you go vote? That means it make you be P2B. After P2B, you can't do Biafra. Mad people all over the place. Young people at P2B's election rally in Lagos last week, Saturday. Nigeria is a prosperous country, but the elections are being held in the shadow of security problems, rising prices, unemployment, and worsening poverty. Photo, okay. Election at stake. It is difficult to it is difficult to fact check the relationship between Simon Ekpa and the Southeast Nigerians. Words is word. Word is word for word in almost every passage in almost every passage. Is he the leader of IPOB or not? Does he command hundreds or tens of thousands of gunmen? Are his men responsible for acts of violence or not? The list of questions is long and difficult to understand. But one thing is clear, Simon Ekpa does not want the 5 states of southeastern Nigeria to hold successful election on Saturday next week. Ekpa has ordered people to stay at home and boycott, no be boycott, to stay at home and do not take part in the election. He declares war and is ready to create chaos to prevent the election. The election boycott is difficult for many Igbos to understand because for the first time in the history of independent Nigeria, a representative of the Igbo tribe has a chance to win the country's presidential election. Presidential candidate that is a murderer, the presidential candidate that is a murderer, that killed our people, that murdered our people and buried them in toll gate alive, and the dirty, that is Mauritanian, they are not Nigerians. They campaigned in Lagos last week. former Anambra governor that killed Anambras and that killed Anambarians and not Imo, that killed Biafrans at Mpo, and they buried them and threw them inside the Zoo River, and they threw some inside bush and buried some alive. Who ran for the small Labour Party is leading the presidential race. He is also especially a favor. He is especially a favorite of the young Nigerians and the young Nigerians that don't have even their voters registration card. And again, the question, why does Simon Ekpa want to destroy the election in former Biafra region and at the same time possibly prevent Igbo representative from becoming president? Many in Enugu believe that Peter Obi's political rival are funding Simon Ekpa's anti-election activities for their own benefit, but no one has any proof of it. Logically, of course, a failed election in the former Biafran region would be a gift to the two other main candidates in the election, Bola Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar. We vote at the risk of our lives. The web around Simon Ekpa is tightening. The Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs invited the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs invite Don Tuesday, invited whoever Tuesday for a meeting with the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria, Lena Paivananian, and the hopes that Finland will take quick and decisive action to prevent Simon Ekpa anti-election activity. It seems that the situation is getting out of hand. Simon Ekpa's action threatened our election, and something must be done immediately to remedy the situation, said Foreign Ministry Representative Zubairu Dada at a meeting on Tuesday. According to Nigeria Business Day magazine, Zubairu Dada also presented a mild ultimatum to the Finnish authorities. If Finland does not take quick and strong action, Nigeria will not take it lightly. The people I met in Enugu assures me that they would go to vote despite the stay-at-home order issued by Simon. We are tired of this insecurity. If we die, we die, but we go to vote, said the 30-year-old from Enugu. I won't mention his name and gender. You can understand why. More on the topic. I think that is all for now. Yeah. So I'm going to be putting out the link and the phone number so that Biafrans who want to be part of the program can come inside the studio. I think mainly come inside the studio. People have been calling me. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let me say something, please. The link can go out so that people can comment. And our lines will be open as well. Dear friends, when you listen to everything that you have read, you understand that from where the compilation came from was the extract of Emapa Wallace and DOS and Igbo leaders, where you listen and then you hear the propaganda, where you see why they could not go and bring videos of one Nigeria killing your brothers and sisters, but they had to go and bring a video of one person that was killed by gunmen. And then they'll go and bring another video from internet that they hear somebody say, if you come out, you'll die. They don't go and bring the video of army shooting you in your communities and destroying all your lives. They don't also go and bring video of World Igbo Congress telling you that they are working to make sure they kidnap Simon Ekpa. They don't go and bring videos of one Nigerian government threatening to clamp down on all the Biafran agitators. They did not bring any video of when your communities were invaded. They did not bring any video of when they cut your mothers to pieces and the one that they rape your mothers. They did not bring a video or give these journalists a video of when Biafran woman in community in Biafra land, a Fulani man used hammer to break the head. They did not bring that video. They did not bring that video to show the journalists so that the international community will understand what we are fighting, that we are not even fighting them that are fellow Biafrans. We are fighting a common enemy that are the Fulani terrorists. They did not bring videos like when you saw Fulani children of age 5 and upward putting knives on the throat of people in one Nigeria. You see, you listen to Emma Powerless defending the carnage meted upon you as a Biafran by one Nigerian government, just because he wants to stand against the autopilot. He wants to stand against Mazi Simon Ekpa. He wants to stand against the mandate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said nobody should interfere on what Simon Ekpa is doing, because he has already given him the mandate before now. We are not calling for a boycott of elections, because when I read another comment, there are many communiques there. There is even the one that they went and formed another fake letter and said that it is the Finnish government that issued a letter giving Simon Ekpa a few days that they will arrest him and then deport him. There are many communiques that they have brought out. They write it in Finnish. When we translate it and then we read, we see everything. And in many of them, they are talking about boycott. Boycott has been their own mandate. The Biafran people at this time are not talking of boycott of elections. What the Biafran people are talking about is no election, so that we will be alive. We want to be alive to survive and to see our people and then continue to see our children. Not to go and boycott, collect money, and then come back, come and continue. Like when Emma Powerful said, we are not against the Nigerian election, we want the election to hold, then after election hold again, we come back and continue to agitate. No, that is not what we want. What we want is a stop. Don't even allow it to go on, because we are not thinking of it. The line will be open to Biafrans to do their bidding, because we've done a bit of what we can do this time. And from now till today is 19. From now till the date of the Biafran mandate from 23 go on, what we did during the time of the sit at home, where you saw us every time, we will be coming live, and we encourage you as well. As we are live, if you have a platform, use that your platform to restream what we are doing. Push what the message that we are sending to go out. We are sending the message that will liberate you and liberate everybody. Please and please, when you see us come out, whether you see us come out en masse or you see us individually, do us the favor of pushing the messages out. And when we engage on Twitter as well, do us the favor of being there to jam pack everywhere and to push the message to go out. Because just like that man was writing that rubbish in that communique, people that are gullible, that may not understand things that are going on, they may be carried away or swayed into what he wrote there, and they will go with it. But when we sit down to dissect it and explain to people, people will get to understand that it is not like this, it's like this. That is why we have spent over 3.5 hours here to talk and explain things so that you know what you should know and what you should not take into your head. Biafra is our cause and no backing down. So we give room to you, Biafrans, to come in and air your views. Thank you, Mazuko.
There were somebody was saying the number. You can see the number on the screen. I beg, if you want to call in, call in. Mazi Erasmus, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you have the microphone.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Rafael. I can see your hand. Thank you, good. Thank you, everybody. We have gotten to the point where the media war is going to intensify, and I can assure everybody this is just going to be the beginning. Now, I will say some few things there before I will read my own suggestions on what we could do, because it's not just about only social media now. We have to make it more practical. We have to practicalize it, not just only about social media to fight this battle. I remember last time I spoke where I said that what they want to do is that they want to isolate Mazi Samekba. When they isolate him, it will look as if it's only him that is actually pushing. And I like the way Gaddafi talked about that. He was emphatic on that. That what Mazi Samekba is doing, he is representing millions of Biafrans. He's not just doing it on his own accord. But I will leave that for now. I will stay on the line because I have some other things to say so that I will not take the whole time. When I have another time, I'll give my own suggestion to that. But what I want to say is basically based on this journalist from Finland and the reportage from Russia. Now, most of
Erasmus has been kicked out. I don't know the network probably. Mazugo, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Max, I take the microphone before he comes up.
Please, Max, before Max will take microphone, there's something important I want to say. Maybe Max might also elaborate on it on his own side. Biafrans, I want you to please, I want to crave your indulgence. That number one thing that they covered there, that's forbidden. I know Gaddafi have elaborated on it, but there's something very important you must understand. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it is forbidden to do so and so on Mazi Simon, remember that even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never used that word on himself, that it is forbidden to question even himself. He has never said that. Now, ask yourself, why would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, knowing fully well that he gave authority to this set of criminals to lead on his behalf, telling them that it is forbidden to stop or to counter what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing at this stage? You know the reason why? It is because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows that any decision Simon Ekpa will be taking now is very important. And he knows the spirit from which Mazi Simon Ekpa is operating. And he said it is forbidden to counter him. He has never said it is forbidden to counter himself, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No way, he has never said it. But he said it to Mazi Simon Ekpa. You need to understand that the evil these people have done, it is heinous, it is callous, it is evil genius, and we must hit against them, and we must stand against them, and we must support whatever Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing right now. Any counter attack on what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing or saying, it is tantamount to countering the restoration of Biafra. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it is forbidden. He has never said that to himself. He always allows people to ask him questions. He always allows people to give him opinion. But in this particular issue, he said it is forbidden. That is very, very important. And you must take note. Thank you very much.
I'm back. I was kicked out. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I am continue or round up because we are having so many people here now.
Yeah, I know. So the reason you just give me a little time, because the reason why this is important is international community are listening to us, and this is what we are doing to counter what they have written. What that journalists wrote and what the findings were based on assumptions, were based on something that they could not verify. By what we can verify, what are the verifiable facts are some of the things I'm going to list. DSS officer was shot dead by Nigerian military enforcing sit-at-home. That is a verifiable fact. It's on public record. Men in military and police uniforms shot dead APC members enforcing sit-at-home. There was a video in the public knowledge where people with police and military uniforms shot dead APC members on sit-at-home day. That is a fact. Artists serving police officers serving in Imo State are packed in Kenga's house as unknown gunmen. There's a CCTV footage for that, and it's verifiable. 14 Imo youths were gunned down by Bubiago and Nigerian security forces that were attending a wedding. That is a verifiable fact. Now, our media team playing video, of somebody saying, if you come out, you will die. The reason for that was because of the fact that a DSS officer was already killed, that was found enforcing sit-at-home. That was why our media team, after seeing this audio, this video tape of somebody saying, if you come out, you die, that's why we aired it to warn our people to stay at home. And that's the essence of that. That is what I know. A lot of people are online. I just wanted to bring out this point. So if I have another time, I will be able to speak on that memo that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released since on the 15th of December last year. I'll hold on for now.
Okay, Mazi, quickly go on. You have 1 minute, I beg.
Oh, okay, Mazi. I thank you all. This is Nemeka calling from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I have only two comments to make. Number one is in the place you are reading it from the, what do you call it, the journalist. He said they told him that Mazi told him that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB as an organization. That he should go and form his own organization. I want him to know that, okay, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a member of his organization. And I want him to know that Biafra is not an organization. Biafra is a nation. And Mazi Simon Ekpa is not fighting for an organization. He is fighting for a nation. For the freedom of people, not a particular people, but a nation. So he should get this into his empty score, that he is fighting for a nation, not an organization. That is number one. Number two, in the last page where you read, where he was interviewing some guy, a 30-year-old woman or man, I don't know, that said, if he dies, if he perish, he's praying for election. Please pass this information to the person. Let him come out that day. He should come out, no problem. Let him come out. Because in this movement, some people will be used for sacrifice for other people to be free. And some people have to be used to set example. So on that day, he should not come out. He should bring his wife, his children, his family, and come out and vote that day. And we will see. That is my contribution. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. Mazi Sonny, can you hear me? You get India autopilot their WhatsApp number. You get them?
India.
Yeah.
Let's check the fundraising video. We always display all those numbers downward. On the fundraising video of yesterday, all the numbers are displayed there, the available ones.
Okay.
So from there we can see the one that is available.
Please, if you come inside here, mute yourself, please. Joseph, if I mute yourself, because if I mute you, it will be difficult for me to call you to talk. So if you are coming in, just come inside, mute yourself. Max, take the microphone.
Thank you so much, my great people. And may God continue to bless you all for what you are doing. You see, all the letters and most of the things that you publish here, you read out here, goes a long way to show you how wicked, how envious some of our Igbo-speaking Biafrans are. Sonny is from Akwa Ibom. He is a Biafran. If Sonny a Biafran is doing what some of the things our Igbo-speaking Biafrans are doing today, are we going to blame him? I will not blame him. Because the greatest war that you are going to fight is a war between the family. And we have refused to know this. This is the reason why I have been saying that these people that are sabotaging the coming of Biafra must be visited. And I would like to tell our people, anybody that knows where Emma Powerless is living in Ghana selling phone accessories, please relay the information to me. I would like to pay him a visit. This is my own country. If he feels that he will be fighting Simon Ekpa from a different country where he is, free, very free to do his business, I wonder why he is fighting Simon Ekpa, and he cannot stay in my father's land and be issuing these nonsensical statements against Mazi Simon Ekpa and all the genuine Biafran agitators. That is what I'm going to say about that. If you have the address or where he is, please relay it to me. I want to pay him a visit. This is my own country. He cannot come here and begin to speak rubbish. Is he not tired of the killings of Biafrans on daily basis? All these energies that they are gathering today to fight someone else, why couldn't they gather those energies to fight the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as he is illegally detained in the DSS?
Terrified.
I spoke to one guy. I spoke to one guy in Finland. I had a chat with him. I don't know how he got one of my friends, he relayed him and asked me to speak to him and tell him what he should know. That guy in Finland has been writing petitions against Simon Ekpa, and his petitions is not going anywhere. In Finland, Mazuga, I will tell you his name, when we finish. These are the kind of people. I saw a publication from Injenje TV where they listed all the socio-cultural organizations, Ohaneze Ndigbo, Pandef, Middle Belt, whatever, Afenifere, writing petition against Mazi Simon Ekpa. All of you will fail, I promise you. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not alone. And the only thing we will do for Mazi Simon Ekpa now is to continue to press harder. If you have not done anything, my brothers and sisters, let's continue to press harder and to debunk and challenge and stand against any obstacle that is coming against Simon Ekpa. More will come. This is just the periphery of the things that are going to come in future. More are going to come, and we must brace up. This is not a walk in the park. Do not think that getting your freedom is going to be a walk in the park. Our people have been suffering for many years, even before independence, and we will not validate the killings of our people, the marginalization of our people, with this kind of erroneous, publications these fools are making. And just remember that the attacks are coming from Igbo-speaking Biafrans. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said what he said when I was listening to him before he was unfortunately kidnapped. We must intensify everything that is within you. If it is broom, raise it and let's use it to free ourselves from these people. Otherwise, we are doomed. Your children will not come home. Before you come home, all of us that are abroad, before you go home, your demography has been changed. And that is what these people are encouraging, facilitating for these caliphate people to do. I will stop here. And for you, anybody that has the address of a powerful or powerless or power idiot, please send it to me. I would like to pay him a visit in a very good manner. He cannot stay in my father's land where there is peace, where there is security, where there is electricity, where there is water running everywhere, where police cannot kill you without being prosecuted. and be talking the rubbish that he's talking about. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless you. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and all of you that are struggling, fighting, irrespective of the, your schedules, to come out here to be dishing out and preaching this gospel of freedom. We must continue. Thank you so much.
Thank
And may
you.
God continue to strengthen you.
Thank you, Max. Thank you so much. Okay, caller, go on. You have just 2 minutes, I beg.
Okay. There are something I want to contribute to Mazigo.
Go on, we are listening to you.
Okay, Mazigo. So I want to use this opportunity to pass our brothers, the Biafrans who are living in Northern Zoo and the Western Zoo. They should get ready if it's possible. They should come back home before the election, because I saw a little information that the Zoo army now they are planning against our people. So they should come back home. If they have the privilege, some of them they should come back home. So Fulani is pushing so hard to cause calamities to our land. So I'm passing this information on Biafras. If you are living in Northern Zoo or the Western Zoo, always mind the way you go, because Fulani they are planning against us. So that's the information I want to pass them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Biafra Battle Cry, you have the microphone.
Hello, my people. God bless you. God bless all of you. Thank you again for bringing this awareness to our people, and we all encouraging people to start firm. So thank you for having me in the show. And I have a little something that I wanted to highlight on the memo that was displayed on the screen before. And that's one of the things that has been eating me up since last night. After the spokesperson, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, tweeted it, I keep asking myself, what is going on? Does it mean this guy who first of all published this memo and used marker to cover, which is bearing the name of the spokesperson, Mazi Samuel Ekpa? What is he hiding? So it means that this person who published it, let me not mention the name so that it will not look like as if I'm attacking somebody. The person just published it and closed the. So in other words, it's helping the DOS criminals to continue to attack the spokesperson, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, continue attacking him, hiding their anash, hiding their criminality, so that they don't throw weight to Samuel Ekpa, but only to just sabotage him, just to ridicule him, to disdain him before the public. Now the exposition now has appeared now. Where will he run to? All these things that he has been tweeting all this while on his Twitter handle, has no value, because you see, our people said, they made proverb, if I was quite due to Yana Tenamaya, was only Ikukeku, Afotelian, if on the Tenamaya. If what this guy did now, since yesterday, I mean, that had killed his career. Nobody will believe him again. He managed to remove the name of the spokesperson, who our leader said that do not, I forbid you to respond or to attack him. You close it. In other words, you are giving the DOS the wings to continue to attacking him, to continue to subdue him, to continue to suppress the truth, to continue to make him to fight this fight. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saw everybody. He didn't even appoint them, but somebody who came yesterday, he foresee the truth, he foresee the transparency, he foresee every brutality, genuinity in him, and abandon other people, and appointed him, and even make a recommendation before he was kidnapped. Go and listen to Mazi Samuel Ekpa. He's bringing an awareness. He's bringing a new dimension to this awareness that we are making. And somebody who threatened the DOS said that he will publish the memo to expose them of their criminality and they will hands down. And upon publishing this article, he now decided to hide the main truth, the bottom line. Okay, why, if this is not bottom line, why is it that the first statement of this memo was the main one he closed, which carried our spokesperson? The first order our leader gave when he was kidnapped and extraordinary retention and kept in the DSS dungeon, the first utterance he made to the public is that I should take over the Radio Biafra. Then this is what we are seeing here now. The first thing, the first article, the first comment, the same thing continue going. So it means do or die. Our leader focus and his trust remain in Simon. He know what he see in this young man, and he made up his mind. This is the person. This is my disciple. This is the person that will be my all in all in this movement. The number one priority of our leader is our spokesperson, Mazi Samuel. But the first person who threatened that he will finish US, that he will do this, he will make this, close the first line. What does that transfer to us? The transparency is that he wants to, like, you know, he doesn't want to see Samuel. He doesn't want to, like, instead of Samuel to be honored, let DOS, the criminals, be honored. I don't know if people understand what I'm saying now. This person covered this thing and published it and did not even give reason why he covered it. He just put it like as if there is a very heavy secret thing that is hiding that may maybe affect our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. But it's just because of the jealousy, the envy.
That's not the reason. No, it's not jealousy. It's not about jealousy, my brother. Let's face the facts. It's not jealousy. It's not jealousy. The real thing is this. You know, we need to be going back to the facts to understand this thing. I've always been saying it. I've always said it. Remember when last people were autopilot were tweeting Kanu said this thing. I said we have to be careful. I said there is the only difference between DOS and Kanu and the brother is because of the fact that his interest is just the interest. Kanu's intention was to take over the struggle and take over the movement and take over the money. That was his intention. He was part of the business of his brother. He was
Mazi Rasmus.
Yes.
Do you know why Kanuta was fighting for this memo? It's just where it was written that DOS should not meddle into the finance. And the that's the only place. That's the only line.
If you want to listen to Master Prophet said he has this
cover
memo.
Me, make I cover you. We are corrupt. Yes. Cover me, make I cover you.
Master Prophet said he has the complete memo, even the area that was covered. All of them, go and check all of them. All of them knows what happened. Kanuta Kanu knew what happened to his brother. That's why he kept it secret for good 8 days. He didn't tell anybody. And remember, the DOS came back and said he knew. Suddenly, after like 1 week, all of them started working together. He started working together with the DOS. His intention was he would be able to take over. When Chika Dozie saw the open door and say, what's this thing? You self know what happened to your brother. If you can say your brother, and me self know what happened. If you talk, I will talk. So cover me, make I cover you. That's what happened. So Chika Dozie now used his power to take over. Now, why they are fighting has absolutely nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's obvious. Anybody who can think can see it clearly. It has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that's why I said every autopilot should stop making Kanuta Kanu popular or anything. If he tweets, fine, let him tweet. Don't talk about him or anything, because all of them are involved in the kidnap of their brother. The only thing is that he was unable to take over the struggle and take over the money. What they are fighting for is money and leadership. So when we say jealousy, it's not jealousy. It's not jealousy. They are all corrupt and involved in this. The whole story will come out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not die. He will come out and you will see everything coming out. Anybody who still wear green, white, green, and still say he's IPOB, DOS right now, as at right now, DOS and everybody who is wearing green, white, green are no longer part of IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you read that in that memo, there were about 13 items in that memo. 12 of those items has not been obeyed by DOS. Only the 13th was obeyed. The 13th is where he said, send the memo to Ejiofor and to Chikadozie, which was done. All the remaining 12 were disobeyed completely. So is it the structure that disobeyed 12 instructions for the leader of indigenous people of Biafra that now called themselves IPOB? Who is the real member of IPOB? They are not members of IPOB. Let's make that very clear. They are not members of IPOB. So let nobody tell me about a mistake or about jealousy. This is jealousy.
But can I continue your submission?
Sorry?
Batokra, you were saying something before Mazi Erasmus interjected. So fire on.
Yes. What I'm trying to say here is that this guy has killed his career. He can't come out again and tell us anything that will make us to believe. Because, you see, our people say that they don't want to back the person that published this, I don't want to mention his name because he's totally corrupt.
His name is Kanu Takano and Emeka Ejiofor. Chukwemeka Ejiofor, Kanu Takano, the lawyer. All of them are corrupt.
This my man cannot pronounce his name anymore. What you see? This is diabolism. It's diabolism. Your own senior brother gave an order. And he's thinking about everybody's welfare, and you are thinking about your own stomach. So you are pushing your stomach, Anyash, or their buttocks, pushing it and try to expose the spokesperson. The main priority of our leader, the first order he gave when he was in TOS is let Simon hand over this Radio Biafra. He's drafting a memo again. He forbid the DOS criminals not to respond to Simon, but on no condition. Not to respond to him means that whatever he does pleases me. He pleases me. Don't go there. That place is no-go area. I draw a battle line. Don't cross there. Don't even near there. If you know anything you can use to respect me, use someone to respect me. Don't near there. I forbid all of you. Don't go there. And the brother happens to be the person who is leading his brother into captivity, making his life miserable. So, because now the situation of
try and summarize so that others can speak. I beg.
Okay, the situation of their brother is the profit of their own of their own agenda. But I will just leave it here so that other people will come in and talk, because you see, this thing is too much. I cannot even conclude it, but let me just leave it here. May God bless all of us.
They will.
Yes.
They will. Even all of themselves, they don't kick themselves, come out to self. Network don't come out, all of them. Anyway, Max don't come out. Now, wow. Gaddafi, do you have anything to say?
This is diabolic.
Yeah, I have a lot to say.
No, I know you have a lot now. Make it no lot. Make it no long. I beg, so that we can be, and I beg, call us, I beg, make the call. If anybody call now, we will take their call while the person speaking will go down for them to talk. I beg. So call us. You are free to call now. I beg. The number is there. Gotta go.
What I want to say is still the same thing that I've said before. When our leader said, "You are forbidden." Forbidden. You are not permitted to. You are not allowed to. And no law permits you to. You understand? He's trying to tell you that no law permits you. Meaning that if Mazi Simon said there will be no election, that is what I'm saying. So you are forbidden to counter it. My own thing is that Kano, the Ken Kano, has committed 2 heavy crimes that I can count on now. One, they kidnapped his brother because he want to replace his brother. He did not speak. Now, let me tell you, some of us, due to, like you pitch about envy, jealous, or interest, I can combine them, the envy and jealous and interest. That is why when he saw they kidnap his brother, he refused to raise alarm because he want to replace his brother. Now, his brother passed out this memo. He was shouting, there's a memo that the Kaaba sit upon. They don't want to release it. He will release it. After threatening that he now go to number 1, which solve the whole problem and cover it. The same way he covered the secret of kidnapping his brother, the same way he has covered this one. Please, make people who have original copy still uncover that number 12, number 11. Let us see what is there. Because everywhere that this man cover, he's covering the truth. Thank you.
Can I quickly add to it?
That number 11. When they do that number 11,
somebody
they go
can we listen to? Hello.
Somebody's on phone.
Yeah, let's just listen to him. 2 minutes, Mazabek.
Okay, no problem. I'm Joseph, a colleague from UK. I just wanted to contribute to say to you guys that you see these people who are fighting against Simon, it's not just jealousy or envy. I think it goes. It's 2 things from my perspective: greed and desperation. And what do you mean? When they betrayed MLK, none of us here know what they were all promised. Probably some of them saw themselves in Senate maybe in 2027 or something like that. Some of them may have been promised contracts. They must have seen themselves, have wild dreams of what they're going to become. And then desperation, the fact that by someone coming and exposing them, all that dream has been turned 180 degrees. Which means not only are they not going to get those things, but they may not even see Biafra again if Biafra becomes successful, if it's restored. This is why these people will do anything. Even if they have to kill their own brother to make sure they cover that crime, they get what they were promised, and at the same time, that they will not remain in exile in perpetuity. That's what's happening. All I think we have to do now is encourage people to try to not allow them isolate Simon. Let the world know that Simon has over 70 million behind him. And briefly, quickly, we need to also try to address this disinformation that is spreading all over Nigeria, because I think they now know that there might be a chance for referendum, and they're trying to confuse our people. I got someone asking me 2 days ago from back home whether Simon Epa was Fulani. And I can even better. So we need to try and our best and support him, and they will lose. What they're doing today is pure criminality. It's nothing to do with envy. They're just criminals. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Sharp and powerful.
And I think I beg we'll go there try round up, because Simon will come online any moment from now. I beg we'll go try the round up now. So who was saying something before? Continue.
I just quickly wanted to add this, just to emphasize what Gaddafi said. That recommendation was, he said, they are forbidden no matter what. No matter what. So no matter what Samepa says, DOS is forbidden from responding.
Yes.
That's what that instruction said. And that instruction is compound instruction. It carries a lot of information.
Yes.
Because automatically it shows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is 100% supporting what Samepa is doing.
Yes.
Which is the truth. And DOS is forbidden from making any utterance, no matter what Samepa says. So what I'm going to, my final saying on this would be, I'm still going to say it. Our brother Elvis did a video before I joined this program. And part of, I will not have time now to enumerate what he said. I think a lot of things he said, he suggested, I support them 100%. At this time, we need to do, yes, we need to do everything possible to prevent these people from isolating Mazin Samekpa. That's what they want to do. If they succeed in doing it, it is going to be disastrous.
We are gone.
We should make sure
they cannot.
They cannot. Yes. We should not allow them, because if we pretend to say they cannot without doing anything about it, they will. So what we should do now is, this is the time for the protests. If they said going to do any protest, this is the right time for protest worldwide. Anybody who has the interest of Biafra at heart, who has been donating money, who wants to see Biafra, should start mobilizing now. This is the time to do the protest. This is the time to hit the parliament. This is the time to hit all the institutions around the world. And just like Evi suggested, we can use our children as well. Children have that strong hold.
Mazi Simon already said that. So he's going to announce the date for that protest worldwide, for Europe, everywhere. Mazi Simon is going to announce that. He said that yesterday.
Okay. Then the children as well. There was something Evi suggested where the children can do right up and say, oh, it's affecting them, what is happening to their people psychologically and otherwise. These people take children very seriously. We can use children as well. Our children are going to be our greatest tool in this situation. And this thing has to be done urgently, because they are trying to isolate Mazin Samekpa. It's not going to be good. Thank you.
Okay, we have a caller here. Mazi, go on.
Okay. Greetings, Biafrans. Anybody who is fighting against Simon Ekpa, who is actually fighting against me, myself here, I'm fighting against Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, fighting against Biafra. No matter how much they talk, you are our Excellency Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, our prophet. Any person who just goes against this, they know completely the truth that they are fighting. Either one thing is that some of them are just victims of the so-called Department of Saboteur. They just following. They believe that they just have to follow because they were conditioned to just follow them. I was talking to somebody yesterday who knows that I'm a Biafra. Was asking me, have you mobilized people for the rally just to provoke me? And I asked him, have you how do you say, what was the motivators of people for your relatives? He said yes, he has the done some people. He said that we are 6 million abroad or something like this. And if everybody gets 3 people, that it will be like this. You was doing them as party. I asked him if he had seen when they killed the DSS man as a non-gun man doing it at home. He said he had seen such a thing. I said if he had seen also the Ken Gaimo that the attack is place, he said he saw it. I said, did he not realize that it was police behind him? He said yes, And I asked him now, if he has seen that Ikenga Imo also exposed that they had already cards from people, even some of them Japanese, people who are not even Nigerians, he said he's seen it. And then I asked him, how do you want to put your faith in such things going on? It was like this time around it's going to be different. I said, from what? I said, I deal with facts and figures. I don't want to say, is it abracadabra magic you want to do? I said, Biafrans are not people who don't think. I said, because if anything happens to if they go and kill people, because all these unknown government, they will target on Biafra all the time. I said, the same people will go and kill your brothers and your sisters you are going to send them, and they will come back to you. They will come and target Biafra, and you will be foolishly following them and sheepishly following them. And he was just talking nonsense. He didn't want to go into it because these people are so, they are sick. All kind of, you have different kind of sickness. This is what they call Stockholm syndrome. Because too long in this brutalization and intimidation, they cannot speak the truth. One person was blaming me for posting when he posted something, and I was bringing out this evidence. Whereas through newspaper we are talking about this thing, he It was like, if you love your people, you cannot bring all this. I say, if I love my people, I should be lying for them. People are killing us, and I will not speak up for my people. What kind of people are you? I think that one even blocked me. You know, so all of them who are doing this thing, they know very well. But one thing I want to tell them is that, and I told that guy, I said that the most important thing for the Fulani is what they are fearing them, because in the presence of fear is the absence of thoughtfulness. You know, when somebody is afraid, they cannot think. They avoid it. They even remove the truth and run away from it. I said the most important thing for them is the jihad, and none of them talks about it. So right now, in Islamic culture, it's meant to them to terrorize the non-Christian, the non-Muslims. That even if you meet them on the way, you should make sure that they have to keep you, intimidate them. Muhammad said that he has been made terror against the people by his ayah. So they don't understand this. I think before you deal with something, you have to try to know the kind of people you are dealing with, so that you can know the strategy to win them. So people want to change the demography.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second, you go. Because me, I tell them, say, this is a testing for Biafra. I say, nah, this is testing time. Biafra testing, not to be getting is resting time. Biafra is resting. Blessings and everyone. Keep the fire burning.
Thank you. Thank you. I beg.
You do well.
We go the round up to go, I beg, because person fit.
Yeah, we have tried.
Do before Simon go come online. So make we try round off. Make we do our final remarks before we go.
Okay. Can I make a submission, please?
Okay, I'm gonna start. Maybe we'll start from you.
Okay. Once again, Biafrans, I thank you all. There is an adage our leader used to say that now, as it is now, we all know the whole truth. And we all know that the architecture of this betrayal of our leader, starts from age of eminent to the DOS criminal. These are the people who have made everything so obvious that our leader end up in the hand of the enemy. Now, what we are going to conclude now is that there is no effort these people will do to defeat us. We must have to throw every weight, in fact, spare no energy to tackle these people. Because right from the beginning, since last year, on when our leader Nnamdi was kidnapped, Ojiofo granted an interview where he said that DOS is the final. DOS has the final say. He said it to one local writer, writer on their show. He said it that DOS is the final say, that the people to listen to, means that they have all ganged up. And this Emeka Ejiofor, he is the one who has this memo. And Ifeanyi Ejiofor also have the record of this memo. All sat on this memo, and they sealed it, and they blindfolded 70 million people to be languishing and to be confused. So now, my final submission is that let's not listen to these people again. Our own person now is Mazi Samuel, and that is final. And we cannot hear anything from anybody. Anybody that are trying to talk pen on social media, attack that person. Thank you.
Pastor Vam, are you there?
He has gone to cook beans.
Mazi, sorry. Okay. Gaddafi, can
I don't give me my time. No chop my time. Because I don't get beans to go cook. So where Gaddafi? Gaddafi, why they fall Papa never thought they go cook beans. Because they go check in beans. Thank you. We thank you all for. No, my own now 404. Now they go check. I go check 404. 404. I order 404, so I won't go check whether the 404 they ready. So keep a date with us again because our dragon will be live. And you have seen that there is no amount of fight autopilot that will change anything because it's ahead, airborne, woto, bomb, bomb, bomb. So if you like, carry your head put for ground, carry your legs for up. You go waka like zombie, waka like a chameleon, waka like a kangaroo, waka like a weasel. Any of the animals wey you wan take, like this guy say na you dey waka, e no go change anything for us because we don see worst wey pass wetin una dey talk, and enough is enough. So Biafrans are standing shoulder to shoulder, and we are giving our support to Mazi Simon Ekpa because that is the man that Onyendu has given the mandate to continue what he started. And we will all see this Biafra in this 2023. We need your support. And remember, tomorrow, na sit at home. Stay in your houses. Oh. Don't allow the people that want to act drama to use you to act drama. And remember 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. If they change anything, you go hear from the Biafran people. We will also change, follow them. Because as they do, as so they show, they waka they go. They will move again.
Ndewo Mazi Gaddafi.
Thank you, 247. Thank you, Sonny Agbarawa. Thank you, Battle Cry. Battle Cry, come back to this stage. Remain when we drop. When we go off air, okay. Battle Cry, we need your presence. Right. Thank you, General Van Van Van. Say is that Biafran people, we need more guns and bullets. We need more guns and bullets. Because we need more guns and bullets, Biafran people. Every day is fundraising. Every day is fundraising. Every day is fundraising. We need to equip our Biafra Liberation Army. We need to equip them. We need to equip our ESN. They say they are releasing 400,000 men. That is just the amount of one segment of our army. But we are also releasing our own army to return fire. We are not going to conduct any election in our territory. The invasion of Biafra land will no longer be acceptable. What I want to tell Biafran people, keep this ground, keep this fire burning. As our leader, internal leader, Dim Chukwemeka Ojimegwu started this race and hand over the baton to us, the fire will not go off in our hands. And as we invite more people to join us in this media war, you are welcome. The door is open for new people to join us as our leader, the spokesman of Biafra, has spoken. So you are free to join the media team, the Biafra media team, so that together we make the history. Thank you, fellow Biafra. Thank you, lovers of freedom. Thank you, my immediate family, IPOB media team. I pledge my support to Mazi Simon Ekpa and the Honorable Sukachas. You guys are doing wonders. And I want to tell the Biafran people, my last statement is that Simon Ekpa is not giving order on his own accord. No. He is speaking on behalf of more than 80 million people, of Biafran people. He is the spokesperson. We agree and pass to him to announce. So don't look at him as if he's just the one giving order. I also beckon the international community to understand that he is not alone. He's just a spokesperson. He's just the mouthpiece of the Biafran people. Thank you, lovers of freedom. Thank you, my brothers and sisters from Biafra land. I salute your courage, our Biafra Liberation Army. I salute all the ESN. I salute you all. Above all, I remain your brother, Gaddafi of Biafra, the Simon Ekba's bodyguard. If you like my way, you be my friend. If you don't like my way, you can go to hell and burn. I salute you all. Thank you.
Mazeraf.
Yeah, thank you, Mazu Go, Biafra 247. Thank you so much. Thank you, my fellow comrades. It's been a divine encounter this afternoon. Biafrans have seen it all. Just like Biafra Battle Cry has said, are you all 80 million Biafrans going to allow this bunch of criminals to blindfold all of you? You have seen it. They had the temerity, they had the mind, the guts to try to even adventure to blindfold over 80 million people with a lie, with manipulation, with deceit. We are not surprised about this. We know them. That's why February last year we sacked them, and they will not give up because they have a stake in the zoo. We have a stake in the kingdom. And the Bible says that no man that warreth that entangleth himself with the affairs of this life is worthy. So their stake is in the zoo. Our stake is in the kingdom. And we will make sure the kingdom is restored. And that kingdom is the kingdom of Biafra. So there is no servant of Lucifer that will succeed in blindfolding me. So if you are blindfolded, I pity for you. But if you also have seen that they tried to blindfold you, open your eyes right now. Gubosia hanya maka ha chọrọ imechi gị anya. Gubosia hanya gwa ha na onye anyị nwụrụ na bụ Maazị Simon Ekpa, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu say that they are forbidden in anything. They are forbidden, and therefore I have to go in a duayaga. I have to go in a leader into Biafra. I have to go our Joshua. Onye Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nyere the effort. Yana bia effort na Hebrew. Mana na we ofo. Onyere ya ofo sia turu mu Biafra gawa. Ano jofa ha yeso ya paina la Biafra. He is with the effort, with the staff, and we're going to follow him. The Biafra spokesperson, follow him. He will lead us into Biafra. And tonight, Gabu Egwe, get ready for the mind-blowing broadcast tonight. Tell your neighbor, what the compound don't know. Now, autopiloted IPOB Abego. I am Batogo no one day. What if I'm Thank you very much. We move.
There were so Biafrans. We don't try. For
I say nothing mega. Fire
okay, 4.5 hours. We don't try hit them today, and by the grace of
God,
we go there. You will be seeing more of this. We will be gathering together any moment, any day. That's why we autopilot. Whenever we join together, we know the schedule meeting, but we they do meeting. And then when we do meeting, the better pass the one where you don't schedule since how many years. So I want you to remember that whatever Simon is doing, he's doing it on our behalf. We are the one that appointed him our own mouthpiece. Now we appoint him our oracle. I want you to understand that one, and I want you to know that the enemy must do something. They must try to distract you. They must try to cause confusion as they have been causing. They will want people to die to lay the blame on Biafra, on the real Biafrans. That's me and you. They will want to blackmail Simon and sabotage everything. All this in where would they gather here every day, all this fund, the way would they raise, they want to sabotage everything. But we are not relenting. We must always keep our head up, and we are not backing down. We have taken our stand, and our stand is that we need Biafra, and we are restoring Biafra. Like you hear Simon said that it's now Biafra restoration broadcast. That is where we are. So this evening, do not relent, do not waste time to join in Simon. So I will say from me is thank you. Remember, we are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom. We are fighting for over 10,000 Biafrans that are in prison for no reason, just because they are Biafrans. And above all, we are fighting to restore Biafra. the paradise on earth. So I will say thank you all for now, and I will say goodbye from here, from me and from every Biafran. Goodbye.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.